officially now ready. So, good morning to everybody. Today is Monday the 14th, 2025. It's 9 o'clock a.m. Gonzales County Commissioners Court will now be in session, 9:08 a.m. We're going to move into public comment, but before we go into public comment, I would like to take the opportunity to have a moment of silence for all of the victims in the Kerrville area. So if everybody would please stand and just bow your heads, and let's pay a little tribute to them. Thank you. All right, so we're moving to public comment. Jimmy Harris.
Morning. I just wanted to take a minute, Judge, to brief the court on last weekend's rain event. We were watching the rain up in the Kerrville Hunt area, and in contact with the National Weather Service and the Corps of Engineers, we knew that Canyon Lake was going to hold the water. But then we had that little mini rain bomb, for lack of a better word, that hit the Seguin area, which is a direct watershed into our Guadalupe River here coming into town. So we, in working with the judge, we decided early on to go ahead and go down to the RV park there at 90B and do some voluntary warnings. The judge decided that we would do that and then watch it and go back if we needed to. Everybody was a little on edge, but after the flow started coming in on our gauge in Guadalupe County, we were kind of able to determine, and some predictions came through on the flood size that was going to come to the park here at Independence Park and such. We kind of decided that it was going to be okay, but for lack of a better, we just wanted to make sure people were on edge, and I understand that. So we wanted to calm those fears and do the right thing. So luckily the San Marcos River wasn't too terribly bad. So right quick, what we're going to do is I briefed the judge. We're going to do a public outreach on our hyper-reach notification system. We're going to go down to the RV parks. I've talked to several people. Amanda, J.D. Wells, we're actually going to get posters made and flyers made so that as those folks come in, they can sign up for a hyper-reach notification. So we're going to do an outreach pretty extensive here in the next couple of weeks. So I just want to let you know.
Touch base on the gauges.
Yes, so one of the things that, and Michael Cloud's folks are here, we really need, you know, we've got a gauge at Oak Forest. That didn't do me any good on the RV side upriver. We monitor the gauge out of Luling at the park in Plum Creek. Well, that's not in Gonzales County. That somewhat helps us, but it's hard. There's a time frame on that. So what the judge and I were talking about was asking, trying to get two gauges, one at Belmont, which would give us a better idea of the flows coming out of Guadalupe County. And it would, downstream would be the RV parks. And then the other one would be at Palmetto State Park to give us about halfway between the county line and the city of Gonzales. So we're going to, hopefully with the help of a few folks, we're going to really push to try to get two monitored USGS gauges at those locations, Belmont and the State Park. I just think it would help us tremendously on timing and on flows. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get that. So I'm going to reach out to a good friend of mine who's the assistant director of the Texas Water Development Board and see if he can help us. But I'll keep you advised and let you know in the future what we've got.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. That looks like that's going to conclude the public comments. Make a note that we do have representatives from Michael Cloud's office here today. I believe he had the opportunity to meet him. I don't don't know where Christian went, but he must be on the phone. He must be on the phone, but Christian's also here, just to let y'all know. Thank y'all for being here. So we'll move into the consent agenda. The following items may be acted upon in one motion. Commissioner, a county judge, or a citizen may request an item to be pulled for separate discussion and/or action. So we have the consent agenda through 14, including the budget amendments. Is there anything on any of those items that y'all feel that we need to pull out and discuss? I'll entertain a motion. All right, had a motion and a second for the consent agenda. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right. We'll move to number 16, which is an update from John Duke with CPM.
Good morning. I'll give you all an update on the annex and then on the Brandon Rather building. So on the annex, if you've been by recently, you noticed that they started structural demo. By this morning, it looks like they were wrapping up the last bit of the south side, getting ready to move on to the east side. That was delayed a little bit due to just wanting to make sure that the shoring towers were installed. There was a lot of site visits by the structural engineers, some concerns. Those got wrapped up. Ultimately, we got started on that last week on Wednesday. Based on progress and where we're going, I expect the demo to be done by the end of this month. We have IE Squared, the installation contractor, the general contractor, has been onboarded, and they're coming to the weekly OAC meetings, which is the team meeting with the architect, the owners rep, and then the contractors, and they're getting ready to mobilize. So starting the procurement process, basically. We had a pre-con meeting with them, so they'll be ready to hit the ground running. And overall, the timeline is still tracking for late spring, early summer completion at this point. Do y'all have any questions on the annex? Yes, sir.
I see y'all took out the front wall. Will y'all take out all the walls before you start back with it?
Yes, take them all out.
And y'all are rebracing that with I-beam or something there, that header, was it there, or is it something y'all put in new?
No, that shoring is something that was put in, so it's temporary. It has to remain there until we finish putting back up the new walls.
Thank you.
So I got one question is on the back, one of the rafters was damaged.
Yes, sir.
And I know it wasn't damaged before all of that.
Right.
What does that stand at?
Right now, we're going through the structural engineers designing a fix for that. So we're trying to figure out the best way and one of the fastest ways to replace it. So originally they wanted a new truss, but that was going to take too long. So I think we're going to put an I-beam in there. But it was damaged by the demo contractor. So my understanding right now is they've agreed to pay for the cost for that. That changes, I'll let you know. That's where that stands. So the IE Squared will replace it in the end. Today it has temporary shoring.
That was my question on if they would be able to support the cost since they broke it.
Yes.
Okay.
One or two?
One that I know of.
It's been
Possibly
all
our
over.
responsibility too.
They must have hit it or something. It's not horrible,
I think the
but,
other ones is bad.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, check with, Facebook.
Bad word, like I say, but I will get to that. We do have tomorrow, the structural engineer, the guy who actually stamps the plans is gonna be here, so we'll look at that too.
I have one question for you, I'm sure everybody's thinking what I'm thinking. What happens if that thing falls? Is you gonna take all that shoring out of that, it would just go down? Does the contractor have insurance to take care of that, or what's the?
Yeah, that's kind of the nuclear option, but yes, they do have insurance, so if it falls, I guess we'd have to figure out who was at fault for it, but it shouldn't fall.
Yeah.
As much as the engineers been out here, and then I came out here on Wednesday because there was a little bit of back and forth, so I refereed, and then we had the engineer come back out on Friday, they're gonna be back out tomorrow, so this is the time where everybody's the most concerned doing the structural demo, but I gotta believe as many times as they've looked at it in all the meetings we've had, it should be pretty good. And they're supposed to check the cables every day with, so we're getting those daily reports to make sure, but it's supposed to only have 600 pounds of pressure on it, so it's basically just taut on those cables, but that should be keeping it down so it doesn't, the wind uplift, I think is the bigger
Well, the
issue.
reason I asked that question was they wasn't supposed to hit those trusses either, and they did, so. I mean, what would have happened if they hit those trusses, we had all those walls out?
I don't think too much, but yeah, I mean, we definitely don't want him to hook onto the truss and pull it down, which is why they did it in a certain order, all the interior demo first, then the shoring, then now they're just doing the outside of it.
So if it did fall, it would be in y'all's ballpark, y'all be making that decision,
We would be, I think, we'd be pointing the first finger, and then from there, it would be definitely an insurance claim.
It's pretty well supported. I mean, your north and south wall is your load-bearing wall.
That's
And the beams and stuff that they have in there structurally, and then they came back in there and they put cross-tied cables, and they also put beams down, holding the actual beam down. I know that talking to the Robles guy, that they said that it called for what you said, 600 pounds of pressure, whatever. He said, but when they did that, it was just like this, so they cranked it down more to make sure that it would be secure.
So you looked at it and you're comfortable?
Yeah, I've been out there a bunch, and then Scott and Brian have been out there, so yeah, I mean, it's good. I don't see it falling.
We'll say Scott and Brian have been super helpful, so I appreciate it. On Randall Radner Building, they finished the investigation, and right now their design team is going through making the conceptual design repairs drawings, and we expect to have those around August 15th. That's after that. We'll take a look at those, and we'll get back to you with a recommendation, or at least an amount, and let y'all decide if you want to pursue the repairs, or if you want to put that netting up. So we'll be getting back to you probably by the end of August with that. Any questions? I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we move to number 17, approve newspaper advertisement for the county clerk's record archives plan.
Yes, sir, this is the newspaper ad that I run through every year in order to keep collecting my records archive fee. And it's announcing the public hearing next Commissioners Court that I have to have per the code every year in order to keep collecting the records archive fee.
Well, I move we approve newspaper advertisement for the county clerk's records archive plan.
Motion and a second to approve the advertisement for the county clerk's records plan. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Number 18, discuss with action professional services agreement between Tyler Tech and the Gonzales County regarding the Texas OCA court reminder program. Let's see. Let me get to where I'm at. Does anybody want to touch base on it?
So I contacted me in regards to this program that OCA offers for free. The agreement is just the amount that Tyler Tech charges us to set it up in our software, but it's called the OCA Court Reminder Program. Amy's the one that actually spoke to Tyler Tech, so she probably can explain it better. Is she here?
Yeah, she's here, but basically what it is we have this agreement with Tyler Tech. We already have the programs or whatever the case may be. Is that correct?
Well, the legislature passed that the counties and the state can use this program free of charge. They're going to pay for it.
Right.
And so you just have to use your case management system to integrate it, which is our technology, and they charge $1,500 to integrate this system.
To set it up. And what that does is it helps notify folks of their court dates, all of that stuff there, where we have problems with people getting notified of court dates. There's an article here that the county and district court technology fund, which is what it says. I think it'd be beneficial all the way around. However, the initial cost of it, and it's a one-time fee, right? It's just to get it set up. We already have it, but the state will pay for, or will take care of the rest. But it would cost us $1,500 to set it up, and then we would be able to have it workable.
And this is new.
One move we approve the professional service agreement with Tyler Tech in Gonzales County regarding the OCA court reminder program.
Second.
Motion and a second for the professional service agreement between Tyler Tech and Gonzales County for the OCA court reminder program. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? All right, motion carries. 19, update from Jimmy on the burn ban. I think we're still sitting good, although I know some places have got more rain than I got, but I'm very happy with what I have.
240 TBDI, so we're good.
Thank you.
Yes.
20, discuss with action Christmas party. I know I have some representatives in here for a Christmas party. Y'all want to come sit on the front row?
Pretty much already have December 18th, Thursday. Carly spoke to J.B. Wells and all that, so we have the 18th, so hopefully that's good for y'all. We kind of already have that date. The only little bit work. Yeah, work in court. I think Deidre's got court that morning, but it won't take that long for her. Before it does all the work, so y'all will do it the 18th. J.B. Wells, same caterer. We just talked about maybe starting a little bit later, instead of 11:30, maybe start it later. And maybe not have to come back to work, because I kind of.
All right, let me elaborate on it because they're having a hard time. So actually, this room was full of all of our great
Yes, we have a
committee volunteers that were sitting here planning it. Of course, yes, every year we have a great Christmas party. We have a great Christmas party every year, and it's a lot of fun. And I think that it's so much fun that they would like to extend it a little bit. So basically saying all of our employees that work for us make us all look good. And so this is one time of the year where we can get together. They were talking about, like sometimes when we go to our conferences and stuff, they have, after you eat, maybe a domino tournament, a cornhole tournament, or something that we can bring in there for everybody that would like to stay there, partake and play. However, the key to it is that if you don't stay, you go back to work. You don't get to go home. You got to make them stay. But I know that the committee was working really hard. I walked in just to say hi, and it just like got deathly silent. It was like, oh my God. And I'm like, well, what do y'all got? So they started throwing this out, and I'm like, I'm good with that. I mean, the guys, some guys love to play dominoes. People like to play cornhole. I don't know what other kind of games they got, although.
We're working on
they're working on that. So they was like, well, I said, you gotta present this to the Commissioners Court to get their decision on it. I said, I'm only one on there. I think I would advocate for it, that it would be a lot of fun, and I think everybody would enjoy themselves. So, committee, did I leave anything out?
Well, I know y'all talked about, you know, have to get back to work and kind of,
We come back to work, like we put 11:30 to 1:30, you definitely have to open by 1:30 because that's what you posted, and people are in line waiting, so, you know, it would help.
It's hard for us to get out at 11:30 and then get back and open up at the specific time at 1:30. So it would help some of our offices.
So what is your proposed time?
The Christmas committee proposes that the Commissioners Court extend the Christmas party from 12 to 4, or all afternoon, and incorporate not just lunch, but lunch and a domino tournament and a cornhole tournament, fun and games for everyone. But if you don't want to stay at the party, you must go back to work.
I mean, were you guys just shutting your offices and closed, it would be closed till 5 or 4?
Right, by order of the Commissioners Court.
And you've been planning this week for a while. You got it.
Till the tree falls out.
Just since our meeting,
So then, I mean, basically the county offices would be open that morning till 11,
I was gonna say,
to 12,
till 12.
till noon.
And
Till
those who
noon.
don't want to stay before have to go back to work.
Correct.
Is that what you said?
I'm sorry, I'm stopped there.
I said it'd be from 12 to 4, and those who don't want to come back, stay at the party, have to go back to work. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion, I'll second it. All right.
Let's don't get any deeper on this.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Let me see if I get this right, and y'all committee correct me if I'm wrong. We got a motion and a second that we will have our Christmas party on December the 18th, and offices will be closed in the county from 12 to 4. So, and the ones that,
Wait a minute, pardon me for interrupting you.
it's your motion.
I know, from 12 to 4 though, but if those
Oh.
people, they're gonna be shorthanded if they go back. Wouldn't it be just as easy to close the offices?
yes.
Because, sorry to interrupt you, but
That's an excellent idea, Commissioner.
because you can have people that go back and be shorthanded.
Okay, we got a motion on the table. You want to rescind that motion?
I want to rescind that motion to be,
Do I have a second to rescind it? I second it. Okay, so all in favor of rescinding the motion?
I
Aye. All right, go ahead.
make the motion that on December the 18th, we close the county offices at 12 o'clock on December the 18th. for Christmas party,
till 5.
Till 5.
Second that motion.
Motion and a second, Christmas party on the 18th, and Gonzales County offices will be closed from 12 to 5.
Does that sound good?
That's an excellent idea. Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed?
Do you
That's-
have to include, for the people who don't attend the party, you have to include if you don't know? Just any questions? That's not a question.
And with the office closed.
It's just a given, I would think.
Yeah, I agree. Now, see, committee, I told y'all they would be so receptive to y'all.
Did you really?
I did.
Food, snacks, and prizes.
What happened?
We discussed later.
Oh, Lord. Let's move on to number 20.
So we got this item solved.
We got it solved.
21.
Outstanding. And I guess I can speak for behalf of the commissioners, because they do know that we do have some great employees in this county, and it's always fun to get together as a family and co-workers and everything else. So, yes, I consider us a big family. Number 20. We're done with that one, thank God. Hey, move on. I mean, move on before something changes. 21. This, number 21 is discussed with action fiscal year 26, Texas Association of County Tax changes to Gonzales County Tax health insurance, COBRA billing, and Misty called me this morning and she said she was sick and she was not going to be able to make it here today. So she asked if we could just table this and put it on to the next agenda so that she could explain it all.
Table item 21.
Second.
Motion is second to table 21 to the next agenda. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Number 22 is to approve the engagement letter with Armstrong, Vaughn, and Associates PC. They're the ones that do our audit. So, Charlie, you have anything on that? No? Okay.
Move we approve the engagement letter with Armstrong, Vaughn, and Associates.
Motion and a second to approve the engagement letter for Armstrong, Vaughn, and Associates. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Number 23, discuss with action allowing the Sheriff's Office to use payout funds by Geico Insurance in the amount of $33,377.75 to purchase a replacement vehicle.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Sheriff Smith's gone to the Sheriff's Conference. I'm thankful I don't have to follow the Christmas appeal to it. What we're asking, we had a unit that was rear-ended, and the insurance adjuster came out and totaled it. We valued it at $33,000. We're just asking if we can use that money towards a purchase of a new one, or even equipment, couple of the new ones that we're getting.
Shauna's shaking her head, so I'm looking at her.
So we got the money, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Replace the vehicle or rather replace the vehicle?
Either we use that funds towards replacement, or we just got a couple of new ones that are coming in, maybe towards equipment for those. And one or two would just be very helpful.
With the gym replacement, can they just put like lights and stuff on one, or do they have to replace the vehicle with that money?
Question for Shauna?
Sean, the agenda says replace the vehicle. So can they use that money for lights and stuff on another one, or do they have to purchase a vehicle with that money?
What's on the agenda, it has to be replaced.
Either or is just fine. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever we can use
I
the
would
money
think
for.
it'd have to be replaced.
It'd just be helpful, yeah. Whichever we do with it, if it's just worth replacement again, that's extremely helpful.
Thank you.
Would that cover the purchase price of a new one, or would you have to add
I'm sorry.
on the purchase price of the new one, there, what are they gonna be?
They're running just around probably 54,000. So, yeah, we could use that 33,000, just have what was
Yeah.
left out of our budget.
Like I say, you have money in the budget to
Yes, sir.
supplement that?
Yes, sir. We would not need any additional money.
Yes, I move we approve number 23 to use the insurance proceeds to the purchase of a replacement vehicle.
Motion is second to allow the Sheriff's Office to use Geico Insurance payout to purchase a replacement vehicle. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Number 24, discuss, consider, and possible action regarding changes to the meeting notice requirements in the Texas Open Meetings Act, House Bill 1522, which will require the posting of the meeting notice for 3 business days instead of 72 hours effective September the 1st, 2025. So basically what that means is that we will have to post the agenda on Wednesdays. Is it? By 9 o'clock. So to everybody who can't at the last minute decide we're going to put something on there like on Thursday or whatever,
Tuesday at noon.
Tuesday at noon is the cutoff date for anything that has to go onto the agenda. And that's set out in 1522, House Bill 1522 by law.
The turn-in for bills will also change.
Do you have a day on that?
I'm thinking probably Monday, right now Monday at noon.
Monday at noon, and Tuesday on the agenda.
Tuesday by by noon. That would give us time, 4 hours to get it done and signed. Yeah,
Mondays and Tuesdays.
Mondays and Tuesdays. Don't really think we need any action on that. The action is taken by the legislature.
Didn't
So,
know if y'all wanted to change stuff around or.
yeah. Are y'all good with that?
Yes.
All right. 25, discuss with action elections administrator applying for the 2025 Help America Vote Act, the HAVA election security grant.
Morning, everyone. The state came out with a new HAVA grant because the president came out with an executive order trying to tier the equipment and stuff, the barcodes. So essentially, our express codes could go away. So they came out with a HAVA grant that we need to apply for to try to cover some of the costs. So we apply for it and we should get around 42,000 and less or take. So the county would have to match up to 85. I apologize.
You want that? Brain.
It's a grant.
We just have to make sure we budget for 8,500.
We approve item 25, election administrator applying for the 2025 Help America Vote Act. Have it, elections security grant.
Second.
Got a motion and a second for the elections administrator applying for the 2025 Help America Vote Act. Any further discussion? And I guess what you said is that we're gonna have to figure out, put something in there for the match.
Just make sure we make arrangements to have that match in the
Do
budget.
you want to put that match in her budget for the grant, since it'll be through her office? Would that be the easiest? That before we pass this, that we need to make sure that you put the $8,500 in your budget for the HAVA Help America Vote Act grant. Is that good enough for you, Sean, to put it in there? That way you can keep track of it?
Yes.
All right, so make sure that I write that down in a minute, so I don't forget.
Budget workshop.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carried. Did you submit that ahead of time? Or is that something new? All right, no, it's not, okay. All right. 26, discuss, consider possible action, interlocal agreement between Gonzales County and the Gonzales County ESD number 2, Commissioner Precinct 1.
Okay, ESD 2, Smiley Fire Department, gift 1994 fire truck combination water truck to Precinct 1. In return, I'll chip rock the parking lot for the Smiley Fire Department at my cost.
Did you ever get the square footage? Did they ever?
Yes, probably looking at like 16,000 for materials. I didn't do the labor, it's charging any.
And what do we get in return?
Be 4,000, well, the tank is a 4,000 gallon water tank on a fire truck, and the truck's a 1994 Peterbilt.
And I know it's been very well maintained. I think you're doing a little, you're gonna have to do a
Doing some
little
work
bit
on
of
it,
stuff on it, but
yes.
it's really in good shape and, they can take care of it, so I think
The
it.
tank is, it's not on there, but it's fairly new. I mean, it's got some years on it, but it's only had clear water in it. It's never had no chemicals or anything in it.
I move we approve number 26 between Gonzales County and Gonzales County ESD precinct number 2.
I second.
Motion and a second, interlocal agreement between Gonzales County, ESD 2 and Commissioner Precinct 1. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. 27, discuss, consider and take action on resale bid, property bid for suit 6792 parcel 13390 0.425 acres more or less, being all of lots A, B, F, and portions of lots E, G, and H. Block 11, 3rd subdivision of Lafayette Place addition, in addition to the City of Gonzales, County of Gonzales, Texas, as described in deed dated March 30th, 1983, from Johnny D. Hall, ETUX, to Jack M. Craven, in volume 540, page 439, deed records of Gonzales County, and in the deed dated April 27th, 1977, from Johnny D. Hall to Douglas R. Pagel, ETUX, in volume 432, page 572, deed records of Gonzales County, Texas.
So, this property was one of those that was on the original December 3rd, 2024 tax sale, and we received no bids. It was put on our resale list. And we have now received a resale bid that does conform to the county's policy of properties held in trust. As this bid conforms to the county's policy of resale properties held in trust, with the amount of bid being 1/2 of the original opening bid, I recommend approval of said bid pending the approval of the other entities. I'm sorry, I'm not Rose. Apologize.
And this is the property that is behind the store and all that property that's, I didn't know, I offered them all. Yes. The city manager didn't want to mow with me. I believe that one side on the creek too is in floodplain, but
It's
all in flood.
it's all.
This is not the property we talked about, this is separate property. What was your bid?
The bid amount, $16,032.31. The original opening bid was $32,064.62. It is exactly 1/2. Exactly one, no more. But it's exactly 1/2.
Interest in this one, Rose? I said, I'm good with it. I don't have any reason for that.
Go ahead, go set it, put it back on the tax roll. Put some floods on it.
That motion?
I make a motion. Second. I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to accept the bid on item number 27. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Number 28, discuss with action order abandoning an unopened Gonzales County Road, Old Rancho Gonzales, in precinct number 4, Gonzales County, Texas.
Right, this is a piece of property that it's right between between me and you, Tony, there, where 140 South comes down.
Yes, sir.
Evidently, before 97 was open, the road used to go right south of it, because that kind of 140 South goes down and makes that bend. Anyway, the same property owner owns both pieces of property. The road has been, I don't know if it's ever been used and whatnot. It's unopened, there's nothing there. This was just when they were doing some deed records, and Seth got to looking back, they discovered that road was still there. So what we want to do is abandon that road, and there's 3.5 acres of acreage that we will take that and basically gift it back to the current landowner, put it back on the tax roll.
You want both these tracks in?
He owns this and that, right. so he just clean it up. We'll gift that to him and then have that squared away in the deed and everything.
Do we need to do that other, you already looked at this?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay, very good. Because I remember on the past when we did some, we didn't have all the stuff and it's cost
Yeah,
some
this
land.
one in the order, it specifically states
All right,
in the bottom.
I'm good.
No, it
I'll shut up.
Specifically states that we
All
are
good.
granting it back to him, so no.
It's just we've had all those other ones when we did it, not did it the right way, but now when we do it, just want to make sure that we're good. Okay, so then,
So basically, the order, like I say, abandons the road and transfers ownership back to the current owner. So-
got you.
So, that, right, I move with press approving 28, the order abandoning an unopened county road, the old Gonzales County Rancho in precinct 4.
All right, motion and a second to order abandoning an unopened Gonzales County road, Old Rancho Road, Gonzales in Precinct 4. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? All right, and that's going to require signature from everybody, so I'm going to send that around. All right, that's all of that. We're gonna go to budget workshop. Y'all wanna take about a 10-minute break? All right, so we're going to recess 10 minutes and then we will start budget workshop. It's 10:02, Gonzales County Commissioners Court will now start budget workshop. All right. So everybody's had the opportunity to look over the books that Shauna has put in place. First of all, I want to thank Shauna for all your hard work. I know you've had a lot of, I don't want to say trial and error, it's just you found stuff that we just, and just like right now, we just found some other stuff that we didn't know what was where, but she has done an exceptional and outstanding job in taking over and with what she had to work with. And then welcome the two new commissioners for your first budget workshop. So, yeah, all right. So with that being said, let's just dive into this, and we'll just start with the county judge's budget, and I'll go over that with y'all. And I'm gonna kind of look with Kylie here because we got. You're good. You're perfect. No, just leave it right there. So on the county judge, the only thing that's going to change in that one is by legislature, is that we have the district judges ended up getting a raise, and the judge's salary supplement is actually 18% of whatever the county, the district judge makes. So that's paid by the state, so it doesn't come out of the county budget. However, they went from $140,000 to $175,000, and then 18% of that is $350,000. Plus, they also put in there for a judge that has tenure of 4 years and 8 years, they get an extra 10% out of that. So, Shauna, correct me if I'm wrong, that comes out to $34,650 instead of the $25,200.
It's not in here, right?
No, I know, I understand, but I'm just going to touch base so that the commissioners know about that. And the only other thing is in my office, we really need a new copier, a colored copier, because of the copies and stuff we have. We have a black and white one, and then I have a small color one, but it doesn't do what it wants. So the only thing I would ask is if I could get the clerks and myself a color copier for the office.
That's what 2,800 is.
I don't know what the copier is. I know we had one.
It's office supplies, changed.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna have to change that because I have a copy of it and I just don't know where I put it.
It would go under 5720,
5720, yeah.
but I don't know if you're looking for a big copy machine with maintenance.
We had a copy of it, right? I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah, under capital expense, you got $1,000, $2,000.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what that copier is. What they had picked one or something that. Well, we'll find it here shortly. It's got to be in mine. Right here it is. When I get to the right page. It's actually from DeWitt Pope with all of the stuff. It's, and plus the old one we had, we could probably get rid of that one. It's 57, I found it, $57.50 for it. That would make the copies for the entire office. And the one I have in there is old. I don't know how old it is, but of course our copies are used a lot by all offices too, especially during court time. So
what the monthly maintenance go up to, say? That might have to change over. It's just billed per copy.
Bill, okay,
$30 could be $60, we just don't know.
all right.
So it's an agreement not to buy one, just to, you're buying a copy, you're doing an agreement.
Is that an agreement, or is we buying the actual copy?
Oh, the maintenance agreement, I'm sorry.
That's a maintenance. I was thinking to say, yeah, we're gonna own the copier, but the maintenance is the
Because
other.
then with the maintenance, they give you toners and everything, that's all.
So that's not in here though, is it?
Well, there's $1,000 budgeted, I just didn't know
No.
if it needs to go up or we think for that part of it.
So it should be in 5720.
57.
Right.
Capital.
You don't have 1,000, you're gonna need more money.
Yeah, so that came after I had filled it out. The girls had requested to get
You want
a
to
copy.
put 5720 in
When
that?
I asked, because I didn't
Yeah,
see it.
no, you're right.
5750 in that line, or you want a little more in that line?
You can probably just put the 5750, because if anything outside, then we can take it out of furniture and office. Yeah, but that one I can buy out of the judge's thing, can't I? Yeah, I can either do that, or even if it's with court purposes or something, possibly the law library, if we, no, if we can use it. We got a lot of money in that. We got to figure something out on that. That is
All we can pay for though is like internet stuff.
internet,
Or
books.
We can pay for internet for the next like 50 years.
It's an extreme amount of money in that law library fund, and it's been there. It's just we.
Do you think it could be utilized somehow?
We
Does that go
probably-
to like ebooks? Is there anything where it's electronic?
It's crazy because I
We pay
mean
the internet.
we're supposed to have the
Right,
law.
you have to be able to access the internet, so if you had
Right, there's computers out there right now.
Nobody uses it. Everybody uses their cell phone, but we have to have it, and we have hundreds of thousands of dollars in that thing,
In that book deal?
in that law library, and it just grows, and we don't have anything to spend it on.
Well, you don't even buy books anymore, do you?
I do buy books, but I guess you can get out of the law library. I don't know, but I give it to, like all of the law books. I always buy a bunch, give it to the JPs and everybody through my office. But I don't even know if we can pay for that out of it. It has to be public. But anyway, just to let y'all know, there is an extreme amount of money in there, and it's just there. I guess it just gains interest on.
all counties have that same
Yes.
deal?
Yeah. But some counties have bigger law libraries, the bigger counties where some of the attorneys that go in and they can research or during the time, but,
We have to keep collecting that fee.
huh?
We have to keep collecting that fee. I don't have a choice.
Don't have a choice.
How much money do you think they got in, roughly?
Oh, a couple 100,000?
Oh, yeah, not more.
Yeah, it's insane.
So we could pay the internet for years. The part that we pay out of it.
And it's only select items you can spend it on. Just to let y'all know, hopefully we transferred that over into some of the stuff to gain interest. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably what we ought to do if it's not.
I don't know if you can or can't. I know in school, some counties, like we get the probate and criminal books too, we order them, and some county clerks have said their county judge pays for those.
That'd be a
for
question
books.
maybe for Kristen too, if it's a law library that supports the county and the attorneys or whatever, we might be able to spend some of that money out there, for the clerks.
I can do research on it.
It would be nice to know because, there is a substantial amount of money.
So if we could offset some other costs or use it for something else.
I looked at it one time, it's been a while back, but it's pretty specific.
Yes, it is.
That, yeah. So that's something that maybe we can look at. But as far as that one, that's all that I have for my office. We go next to the county clerk. I don't have mine in order, so y'all have to bear with me. Basically, what I have on here for the county clerk, she is requesting new computers and a scanner, unless there's anything other than that I don't know about. Lana?
No, sir, mine kept it the same. I went down 1,000 on the phone, because we haven't been needing that much in phones. The only thing I changed is I went down 1,000 on the phone line. Our phone bill hasn't, they haven't been spending that on the phone in the past couple of years, so I double checked with the auditor and she agreed. So,
And the computers and such that you have in the scanner, you already have that in your capital outlay already?
That's the 10,000.
correct.
That's, the 10,000, that's already that one's already noted in there. Y'all just let me know if y'all are good with it, we'll move on. All right, and that way So then we'll move to 402, which would be on the county court. Now, one thing I did is I increased the court-appointed attorneys up to 20,000.
I think we need to have
I know because they're inundating us. Now, mind you, understand that a lot of times the county attorney's office on a lot of these, they do collect the court-appointed attorney fee. Some that they don't when they're just flat indigent, but they do it on a majority, not a majority, but a large portion of them, we do get that money back. So, and
this is part of indigent defense also.
yes,
Money from that.
we get money for that. So what's your suggestion?
I just said to go to 80, I think, because we were.
Because we're gonna get money back from the
50.
state this year on that, hopefully.
Yes.
How much is it?
They didn't really say, did they say exactly how much? But they are going, and this is the first time ever that the state has agreed, they passed it in this last legislation, that indigent defense, that they're going to pay some towards that, which I think they should, so.
So we're gonna add 10 to a K
He
and
said 70, I think 80.
So we're just going to put it at 80.
Just got to play with that.
And mind you that we'll get, if not all, or a majority of that back through that new tax bill. And I don't have anything else in there on that one, just that. If y'all are good with that. Veteran Services in 404. Mr. Tucci has not asked for anything to me. I think he just pretty much penciled in exactly what he had last year. And with that, we can move to 405 in non-department. Oh, Lordy. So the question is on that one there, I think the juvenile board still remains at the 9,600, is that correct?
they're requesting 12.6.
They were requesting 12,600, and then, so what happened is, when the district judges got their raise, it affected it in several ways. Shauna, correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't know if it's actually in 405 or where we're gonna pay all this out of, but they give them their raise, and then since they're on the juvenile board, they get,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't get over 4,800 on the juvenile board. It can't go up because it's stated in law.
No, this is that supplement they have.
Oh yeah, that's what,
That's
so
what
the
this is,
juvenile board, the
and
juvenile board will
supplement.
remain the same, which is,
Right.
which each judge, including myself, gets $4,800 each for juvenile law, but that's paid by the state.
Yes.
So, what happened is the supplement is they raised their salary to the 175. However, they put it, I guess, the burden on the county for another $25,000 once the tri-counties are split, where Lavaca County goes with Columbus and we stay here, we're still gonna have the two sitting district judges, which is Crawford and Old, which means that it will cost us as the county an extra $25,000 per judge, is what I'm being told by Old. But not, it won't, but necessarily may not be this year.
But I think we split that one.
That was the next thing. So, it is that amount. So I don't know what our amount is. I have visited with Judge O. I haven't really had the opportunity to visit with Crawford. But since Guadalupe County is a big county and they have a lot greater taxing entity, Judge O was saying something about maybe out of the 50,000, 90% to 10% possibly, that we would pay the 10% out of that, since based on population. And Shauna, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's what I visited with Judge O last week. So
Yeah, I know my paper. So that's why I went up to 12.6 in that one, because we were talking.
that would be our
about it.
portion, but that could change.
Yes.
So just so y'all know that could change.
And I
But
can separate those lines too, if y'all prefer me to do juvenile out of one and supplement out of one. I just put them together.
well, I know theirs is mine's separate in mine on my salary, but that was the 9,600, which we know is 48.
Right. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can,
No, whatever you want to do, I don't care. I understand it. I understand that, so I'm not lost on it.
And when is that judge swap and all that supposed to take place?
January 1?
January 1.
Is it January?
January 1.
when will they finalize how we're gonna handle that? We'll do that before our budget's final, or?
Yeah, and I mean, in just a second, we're gonna get down to 412, and we'll discuss that more there, and so hold you, I mean, if you got questions, ask them, but you can ask them again there. So then the juvenile board from 96 to 12.5, is that correct? And-
12.6, right?
Oh, yeah, 12.6,
Okay. Right now.
all
If
right.
it changes, I'll let y'all know.
And then in here, have we received anything from the historical commission yet?
I have something preliminary, but they were supposed to submit it in May.
So to explain to y'all that, y'all know that we have separated it. Ms. Garden is no longer on it. We have Ms. Malding. And to be a little bit more transparent on what's happening, and instead of just giving them the money and then they're spending it however, they're gonna have to notify us and Shauna on what is being spent so that we can keep track of this money. So as of right now, it showed 10.5, but I don't know what they're gonna be requesting.
I don't think they're gonna need that much, but it's gonna be maybe around 8 from what they were looking at.
So my suggestion is then if they're saying that they're gonna be under it, maybe just leave it at the 10.5 just in case.
This is all we got a new department.
Yeah, oh yeah, we put that in a different department. Oh yeah, I got it, it's 413.
It's not in here, right?
So that's 0, so.
So that's 0, never mind, I'm gonna write this down
What
here.
number is that on?
It'll be 413 and we'll get to that in a second, let's just skip that
What
one.
are you putting the 0 on?
There's
The
already
zero-
0 there.
The 0 will just go on there and she'll probably remove that line from that
Well,
one.
I have to wait a couple of years.
Yeah.
What line are you on?
It's the historical commission, it was the one that was
49.45.
10.5.
Yeah, it's 0 right here now.
Yeah, right here. Is that it?
Yeah, it's item number 49.45.
49.45.
They had 10.72.50 last year, 0 today.
Right.
Did they just forget, or they?
No, they're working on it, but Shauna has, my bad, because she's created a new 413. It's not gonna be no longer in 405. That'll be there in 405, but they're gonna have their own department.
Right, so if they want money from us now, they're gonna have to bring the bill, is what we discussed that day, and say, here, we're
Right.
spending 3,000 on stamps, or whatever
Right.
it be. We just won't give them the money, and they can just
Right.
have a play that
But we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in 413 in just a second, so my bad, I've got my notes here now. All right, so then, the preservation Gonzales is still at the 23,500? Huh? I never received anything. I haven't received anything from Preservation Gonzales that I have, other than what we allotted for last year.
Yeah, I just put the same things.
While she's looking at that, just to let y'all know, I think that Shauna, we decided that 4952, which was the fire marshal's line, that we're going to do away with that one, remove it out of non-department because the fire marshal has his own line, has his own budget. And then the other one is the 1.5 million that we were going to put in there for the courthouse renovation. Apparently, you want to explain it? That we thought we had budgeted $1 million. We were going to try to budget $1 million every year for the courthouse renovation. However, I think what we budgeted last year, the previous auditor was paying money out of it, which we probably shouldn't have. Is that right?
Yeah, because it was called renovation courthouse annex. So that's
Including the annex on
so that's where we were taking all the money from before we were building the annex.
Which she shouldn't have taken it out of there because that should have been set just to the side.
We should have another line for annex.
Now, some of that money, as soon as I sit down with
John?
John, could possibly come out of the tax note. But we have to figure out which part. So we could have close to $1 million.
So how much is left in this line now?
523,000.
So we be right at $1 million?
No, 500.
500,000. I think we might have one bill that we're going to pay this time with that. But like I said, some of that I could probably transfer over to the tax note. I just have to, we have to go through
So I just figured if we would possibly, when Shauna were debating just do the 1.5 million, that would be cover the, if we have a shortfall, otherwise we would still have it if it was needed for something,
Right.
but just to account for it.
So you're thinking you're gonna circle that back around and get him back from the annex up tax notes?
Correct.
I think that we will.
Correct.
When are you gonna meet with John and kind of talk about some of that?
Next week or so. Yeah.
So at one of our next meetings, we can follow up on that.
Hopefully, yeah. And I don't know that 5304, that's the historical commission grant. I know we're spending that,
Right.
that's the money that we're getting, that $1 million, whatever. I don't know if there'll be anything next year, or I just put the remainder in next.
That was the first phase, right?
We've gotten 2 checks back from them already.
Okay.
But,
And in total, 559,
yeah.
that's what we've got from them. That's it.
No, because we had a 20% match.
Okay. Something.
And then on the 4997, I'm gonna change that description.
The emergency disaster expense.
That was put in there for, when we have little trainings to pay for snacks and waters and stuff.
We're gonna do away with it completely.
No, I'm just gonna change the type, the name. It's not gonna say emergency disaster expense. I just ran across that the other day.
Yeah, that's what she just found today. That money was budgeted last year, but we didn't know where it was at. So we found it today. It's $1,000. That is, what number is that, Shauna?
2997.
Yeah, we're gonna change that.
Change it to
We call it meeting expenses.
Meeting expenses. So as far as the courthouse renovation, y'all are good with that, just putting the 1.5, all right. So I lied to y'all, it was stuck in my book. So this is Preservation Gonzales, this is supposed to be handed out to all of y'all. So we just got 4, and Shauna probably needs 1 too. Let me make a couple of more copies of that. Make 2 more, 1 for myself and 1 for Shauna, please. While we're waiting on getting those copies before we address that, is there anything else in non-department that,
What about the Medicare eligible retirees? 4061, $300 a month.
okay. So, that and then also the insurance, is that's not in there, is it? Where is that
What
located?
insurance?
For retired,
That's what this is.
That-
2061. That's the $300 all the retired, those 25 retirees or whatever get them on.
and then what about the one for like retired where you're paying for retired spouses?
That's, we don't budget for that because that's paid every month, so it just goes in an account.
But this is where we need to probably
Yes.
talk about it. All right, while she's making those copies, then we can talk about that. So, hang on, here comes the other side. Thank you. So on the jail museum, I guess from looking at it, they're asking for the 26,500. Now, are we holding them to the same as the other when they spend stuff to get the money? No?
We just cut them a check once a year.
What is this 4,500 in here, this quarter grand?
That is allocations, I guess the city's portion, what they give them.
What the city gives them 2,500 for, so they're getting 10 there,
Yeah.
and then they're getting 20 from us, so that's $30,000.
Yep, and then they're asking for 6,500 for machinery and equipment. So the total they're asking from us, the way I calculate, is 26,500.
And we had, what, 23.5, is that what we were?
23,500 is what we had last year.
And they're asking for 3,000 more.
Correct.
What do y'all think about leaving it like it is on some of this stuff and coming back to it when we see that it's going to have some affect our tax rate? Is that something
Just
y'all
leave
wanna
it
do?
to yours.
Y'all wanna-
Right, I mean, we can consider it, but
Yeah.
until we get both raises and the whole ballpark kind of.
So we'll just leave it at the 23,500 for right now?
Yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts. I mean, that's just what I'm throwing out there.
She was at 20, she asked for the 3,000 last year to reimburse herself for the lights on the outside, Joe.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that, Abby.
She was originally at 20, and she asked for the additional last year to reimburse herself for the lights that she installed around the outside.
Who paid for those lights last year? Did we pay for them or did
You
the?
reimbursed her for them.
She's only asked for 20 though this year. She didn't ask for 25.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, she's only asked for 20, so.
Well, I read this wrong then. It says 6,500 is also requested.
Yeah, 26.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, machinery and equipment, yeah.
So she asked for 20 and then 6,500. Just leave it at the 23,500 for now?
I think so. What are your thoughts? You're on that committee with us.
You probably don't want
I thought she was originally asking for 20, I didn't know she was asking for 26.
Well, she asked for 20, but then she asked for a maintenance and small repair budget of 6,500.
And it says as well as a small amount of funding for machinery and equipment. What would the machinery and equipment be? Would you have any idea, like, is that office equipment or something?
I have no idea. I mean, I've read
Copy
it.
machine or computer or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Would y'all want to just leave it where it is and we'll come back and look at it if we have any extra money left or something?
All right,
Because I think we're taking pretty good care of it.
23,500.
Leave it at 23.5, and if we have a little.
If we have something, then we can come back. Everybody good with everything else in that except
Well,
for?
I know we always usually go through here and put, our numbers that we're given to, like that Rancho,
Mhm.
Nixon Historical, and all the other little things that we're putting in here. I know John Hoffman was asking about the possibility of getting some more, because they're doing some more stuff with his stuff over there. And I basically told him, until we really found out where we were with the budget, he was gonna ask for additional funding. And I said, with all of our current indebtedness on all the building and capital expenses, I said, this year, we're probably gonna be doing a lot of what we did last year, but again, it could be one of those things we could consider. Another question I had too is, like, I know when we did all the scrap iron and donated and all of that, where do those, is there a thing, those aren't in here?
No, because we didn't budget for it, because you don't know when they're gonna sell it.
Right. Is there any way we could put that in here or somehow kind of figure for it, or so we know who we're giving to and where we're going, you know what I'm saying, just to keep track of it, because it's kind of new, we never did a lot of that in the past.
But we did figure who we give it to, didn't we?
Yes, but it's not-
Millennium, one of y'all's doing Go Texan. And.
Right, that's what I'm saying, but
budgeted though.
it's not
As
budgeted,
you
and
get the scrap, you sell it, and so it'd be kind of hard, we'd show $1,000 in here.
So where does
budgeted.
that show up in, does it show?
doesn't. It goes into the miscellaneous revenue and then it's paid.
Well, I'm saying, because it's it's a large amount, if you put an ad in, how much we've done, it's $10,000 to $15,000 or.
So what are your thoughts taking that off of, say like it was,
I mean, if you
Range
think you wanted to give to Go Texan or whoever you were giving to, just so, because we need to know who we're giving to. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right, and,
You want to like,
But what if they
So-
don't sell anything this year?
then they wouldn't get
What
anything.
do we budget for? I mean,
So I
we're
mean,
using it to cut off what they've already got?
yeah, so I'm just saying, could you create a line for the ones that we have gave to and just so zero in it?
I'm just trying to figure out, because when we give that, I'd like for it to be in the plan and not have to come up in the middle of the year and say, hey, we're gonna give to this or give to that. If we do it all at once.
Plus, I
it's
guess I see what you're saying, the transparency, so if anybody
Yeah.
sees it, that, you know,
I should add those two people and just put 0, and then we'll do a budget amendment as we get it.
I mean, we've never done this before, and it's never been a whole lot of money, but now we're talking $20,000. It's a lot of money. We just need to plan for it, be open with it, and kind of,
I mean, do we
Yeah.
think
Well, I thought that's the reason we did this new deal, so it would be more open. What do you got to say?
Well, when Shauna and I talked about it originally, and I talked to Eddie too, it was kind of redundant for us to give it to the county and then have to pay it out again but we could keep a running total. I don't see that
I
there
just,
would be a
that's why
problem.
somehow keep track of it, because that's not what.
yeah, I mean, as a county entity, you should be able to say whatever funds you dispersed, of where it went.
Right.
So right now, we don't have a running record of where we got it, but it's really not,
It's not-
but it's not, so if Joe Blow Citizen wanted to come in there and say, I heard that Go Texan got this amount, how much did they get? Or where does it show it at? I don't know, I'm not saying that we would ever run into that, but I see what you're.
And plus, we're doing the budget, and everything needs to be kind of set here instead of all of a sudden jumping through stuff down the road. Because then I got people asking me, well, hey, can I get a little extra? And I'd like to take care of it here, be done with it, and not have to worry about all these other entities down the road.
But I just sold some steel, we dug some more pipes up, and the check was made out to the Welder Millennium Lions Club, even since that's who I agreed to sell it to them, give it to in court. So we're gonna have, Corey, pull that check, do you still have that check?
Yes, sir.
We got a copy of the check, so couldn't we submit that to
I've
the
been
law?
running it, well, I can, but I've been running it through the agenda because that's kind of what we talked about. Because Shauna and I were talking about it, and I don't know if y'all are gonna pick up 5 refrigerators this month, and it's gonna be $1,000, I know that's not gonna be $1,000.
Well, but what I'm saying, let's put them in here, let's give them some money, and if you sell scrap, just don't take it to the.
Yeah, if you want.
Because we're getting, it's kind of sidetracked.
So you wanna start keeping all the steel, putting it in the county's name?
When I sell scrap, I get a check and I give it to the treasurer. It's county property, it's county money, it's a whole separate thing, and I don't know where the donation deal.
Well, one reason we got away from doing that is we were gonna have to run it in the paper, weren't we? Years ago, we'd have to put in the paper that we had scrap we were gonna get rid of. Is that, I thought that we had to do it because you had to put in the paper that we had scrap. And then if we didn't get a bid on it or anybody wanted it, then we could sell it.
No, I take it, get a check, and then they give me the check, and I just give it, it just goes into county revenues. That's what I'm saying, because then, now all of a sudden, we've got that, and we've got donations, and let's donate here, be done with it. If you sell scrap, you get it, and it goes to the county. If you don't, it's no big deal.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want, but I did look back last time we talked about this, and we've been doing this since I started working here in 14. Not this exact protocol, but we have been donating to our 501c3s
Well,
since
we
I
hadn't been running
started.
it through court, because I wasn't aware of
No,
it.
no, sir, we were not doing it that way.
Yeah.
But then when we got our new county attorney, we changed regiment a little bit, and so when we got a new county attorney, they preferred us to do it, which I understand, and it's more transparent. So I'm not complaining about anything of this process. I'm just telling y'all we have been doing it. We have been donating 501c3s for a long time.
But they've been noted.
But it's not transparent, 'cause I didn't know we were doing it. No one ever told me, and I never saw a piece of paper with it on it. So what I'm saying is, if we're gonna do it, let's put it in here with the rest of the people we donate to, and donate to them, but then, and then just donate, put your money in the account. I don't know.
Well, I understand what you're saying, and that way you keep a record of it, so
Yeah.
3 years from now, look, Tony done gave 7,000 to this Meals on Wheels, let's find somebody else and help somebody else out. I
Right.
mean, that way,
Because that's the whole idea of having this list of people we donate to, and that's who we're giving to, and let's stick with it, because if not, then.
So then the easy fix to that is to put some line items in for Go Texan, Meals on
Each pick one,
Wheels,
how much y'all wanna give some, and they'll get that.
Lions Club, yeah. Just
Well, of
put,
course, when we do the Welder Lions Club, then what about the Gonzales Lions Club?
Well, and that's
see,
what
that's what I'm saying, because these people are all gonna start getting, well, I'm just saying if it makes sense that, okay, Gonzales Lions Club said that you give to Welder, but you didn't give anything to Gonzales. That's where I'm saying where it could get,
you go back in the park. Slush.
I mean, it could make people mad, and then we don't want to do that. If we're transparent, then there's no nothing. So
And us giving and donating to charities or whatever
it's great.
is great, and we help where we can, but, you know, we're just,
There's a lot of them.
yeah.
But there's one thing that'll have to be addressed on this. You know, a lot of these, like Edwards, we give them 2,500. Welder, Visiting Heritage is 1,500. Like Nixon Ministerial Allowance is 1,000. And we give Christian Ministry 3,000. We're gonna have to kind of get those in order, aren't we? If we're gonna be changing this.
And then, you know, another thing too, just to let y'all know is that I know my office, myself, and everybody else, I know my girls work hard on it, but these people, you have to beg them to come get the money. Like the libraries and stuff like that, it's like, hey, you know, y'all have this, we call them, and then they'll send us a deal.
Yeah, because we authorize it, then they have to send, don't they have to send a request?
It must be in there.
Yeah, right.
So I know one time we welded that.
Well, you know, then, you know, true, we just have to have somebody to pick it up, but I mean, if we've authorized it, it ought to just go to them, but.
Well, you know, I see we're giving Norma's house 10,000.
Yep.
Maybe we ought to just cut some of these out completely and not do them.
A percentage?
Huh?
A percentage?
No, I'm talking about just cut them out, cut it out completely. Because we're giving, you know, I can see where we keep giving the historical, Gonzales County restoration, but Nixon Library, Smiley, Welder Library.
And I know at one time, because we would get those unclaimed capital credits, a lot of times that was the money we distributed in there, and we had the list, and we would just put, you know.
But maybe we ought to do away with this stuff, because it's gonna get to be a headache. Just, I mean, I see where we give Gonzales County senior citizens 25,000, I don't have a problem with that, but like, Edwards,
See, now that's another thing that you said, senior citizens, you know, they may end up becoming part of the Golden Crescent. So if they do that, then I don't know that we would necessarily have to give that. I don't know the answer to that yet, but that's something that needs to be on the table to consider.
Well, I have a suggestion. Why don't we leave it as is? We can come back and look at it. Let's get some more thought on it.
That's why I said maybe we can get a list of everybody we don't, what we given to or what have you, and then those unclaimed capital credit, that just random, or is there certain
That's,
times you do?
yes. And
You
then
just
we
never
take
know
it
what it's
all
gonna
to
be.
You never know what it's
that-
gonna
We
be.
take it all to that one line. We don't.
But when did that normally come in? Is it?
September.
Okay.
And you know, like, I think last year one year was like 60-something
Yeah,
thousand.
one year it was really big, and then it went down to like 30, I think.
Because we gotta understand too that that's coming back in, that do we have to give out the capital credits, or can that go towards like some of our building stuff? Yeah, well, I think we kept it last year due to the fact that we have just, you know, till we get rolling.
Well, some of this stuff, since we've got all these building projects going on and we may be short funds, some of this stuff, you know, like the libraries and all this, you know, stuff that's not directly impacted by us or our deal, I think we ought to do away with some of these. Didn't we have
I
some
think
money
too,
later on?
the Norma's House and the senior citizens is one that we need to definitely continue, because that is a great benefit to our folks in the county.
Then we got, Norman's house.
Or the rest of them cap them at a, you know, like a 2,500. Cause I know like Rancho, we give a lot of money, and that's $5,000.
We don't give anything, do we give anything for water coming back here?
Yes, we gave
10,000.
10,000 for the bicentennial this year,
Yeah.
yes,
For the,
bicentennial.
yeah. I just think we need to leave it alone right now.
Just leave it as it is
I
then.
think leave that until we see where we are.
Yeah,
And then we can come back and
And if y'all wanna add Joe,
Right.
we can add them.
If we don't, if we want to leave it like it is, it's fine. If we want to make the changes.
Would that constitute a budget amendment then? If we did put in, like, if we're gonna be transparent and show it, is that what we would do?
If we do it before the budget's done, I'll just add those lines.
So, yeah, so at least, I would say at least since the ones that y'all are given to, let's just throw a line in there.
Yeah, we can put,
Just put 0, and then if you get something,
then we would do a budget amendment.
then we can just do a budget amendment, you can go to them. And then
You
people,
mean all these right here?
well, you leave the ones that we have, and then put the Lions Club, all the ones that we've done in the past, just leave it at 0 if we get something.
We have a round, I mean, every year, is this scrap sold or, okay, so we have a, kind of an estimate.
No, ma'am. I mean,
We don't know if we're going to take it.
Well, let's say if you got 5,000, you want to give it to such and such, we just run it through court, should do a budget amendment, put it to 5,000 in there? Can we do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
And then,
Like well, millennium.
right, well, whatever, then,
We'll just at
then,
the end of the year, we'll put
Yeah.
that stuff in.
but what Sean is saying is we need the lines for the people that we have given to in the past, whether there's 0 or not, depending on what y'all sell, and then we would have it.
We can put those in there.
I think that would be,
And then when y'all sell scrap, we'll do a budget amendment, put the money in there.
it would be transparent, and then nobody could ever say anything that
Money come to us.
that we give money on the side without running it through anything, and I think we'd,
We'll write it, we'll cut them a check.
the money will
One way or
be,
another.
so the money will be written to the county, no longer the 501c3.
Right.
Okay.
And like this year's precinct 1 cleaning up is more than, it won't happen again.
Exactly, right.
Well, we've already done one for well.
yeah, that was,
That one's gonna happen.
Yeah.
that was done,
Yeah.
done,
So-
That's done, yeah.
yeah.
So now we'll just put that money, we'll bring in the checks we're doing to Gonzales County, we'll bring in the money, they'll keep.
We just run it through court that I sold this scrap metal and I want it to go to Welder Millennium, and then we'll do
That's
it.
kind of what we're doing now, though, isn't it?
Well, because I remember one
But
time
it's
you
not-
guys
but it's-
done
but it's not-
a sign or something, remember?
Yeah.
But it's not where people can see it.
Okay.
I mean, it's on the
It's on
agenda.
the agenda.
It's on the agenda, but yet if you were to get this and you wanted to look at it, then it's not a true record of,
Everything's in there.
it would not be a true record of what we spent in our budget.
So precinct 1, 2, 3, and 4 have a line item, and it'll have that money in there, and we, at the end of the year, y'all gonna do it, or we gonna do it before the?
You can do it whenever you want to do it,
Whenever,
Okay.
as you get it.
just
I mean,
long
we
as we,
budget
just,
them every time.
just long as we have,
Which would be the same thing, it's going through court just like it does, it's
Yeah.
just,
Transparent.
it would only be at
Yeah.
that particular time.
but it's like,
Because you don't know how much.
in here, we would have listed Welder Millennium, Go Texan, just there with a 0.
What is it?
So that money will come out of steel. Okay, that makes
It,
sense.
it shows us, and when someone asks, you can say, well, that's all the people there that we.
Right now, nothing's, we sold it.
Right.
But at the end of the year, it might
And,
be.
and most of these
Right now.
people too, we have received letters for them requesting it for the next year, so.
So y'all just need to let me know who y'all are gonna donate to.
I have,
Shoot,
is there a way to create like another completely different section for the donation themselves? Because to me, if someone later comes on and is looking at the budget, it's not gonna, they're gonna read it as whenever you go in and do the budget amendment, whatever that amount is, say 2,500 or whatever, and then at the end of the day, it's gonna look like that's how much y'all budgeted to give this nonprofit or whatever place it is versus it actually being a donation. And that, so then expectation might be in the future they get that same amount, when in reality it's just based on whatever the scrap metal produced, if that makes sense. Like, is there a way to clarify it as like a donation?
Because most of these in this non-departmental
Our donation.
are donations,
Yeah.
but then you do have court stuff in there as well. So it's kind of.
Say
it's
sale
more
of scrap
sense.
slash
Yeah, just so that that there's not an expectation of this is how much it's gonna be budgeted each year.
That makes
Because-
sense. That'll work. Same thing, just,
Sell us scrap, and then I'll put whoever first, whichever way.
So we're just gonna sell the scrap out of the precinct and go into the deal and then we'll use it.
to pay to them,
Huh?
then the
And
county.
whoever y'all, you're not gonna let me know who y'all gonna send it to, so I put it in there. Or at the time when y'all sell it, y'all are gonna let me know.
Well, yeah, we were gonna do it, or we gonna do a budget amendment.
It's up to you. Either way, I'm gonna have to do a budget amendment,
Yeah,
because
if
I'm
you do a
gonna
budget
have
amendment,
to,
then it'll list it out and
I'm gonna have to put the money in there. So we can either list the people now, or we can wait till y'all sell it and do a budget amendment and then list the people. Totally up to y'all.
We think about it.
that's just like, like Guy said, let's think about it, we can look at what all we've done and then come back to the donations.
So we don't make a decision, we will change.
Right.
Everybody all right with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So-
mine, 4061,
Where you
juvenile probation department.
You
Oh,
in
yeah.
probation now?
No.
No,
I'm
no,
still
no,
on
no, no,
45.
no, still, just, she's gonna tell you what's taking place.
Okay.
So we're just putting 10,000 in that line, correct?
Yeah, and that's gonna be that's gonna be for adult probation
Right.
that we give every year. Of course, the juvenile part of it is going to become their own entity, and we'll go over that when we get to it here shortly.
This
Is it
is
a
4061.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yes.
413,
And you gonna add how much more to it?
It's just gonna be 10,000.
just 10,000.
So we're gonna scratch that and put 10,000.
Yep.
From 167
Yeah, but the 153 or whatever is gonna go into the juvenile deal, and I'll explain all that to y'all in a minute.
Well, they're showing 90, so it's gonna walk around.
No, that-
46.
The juvenile detention out of county is gonna be 0. Is that-
Juvenile contention is gonna be 0, because it's gonna move to a whole different, section, so that y'all know. And that'll be 413, and we'll get to that shortly. All right, so the other one is, if you want to start with the COLA or whatever, the stuff that we were
Yeah, the
talking about.
2061, the Medicare eligible retirees. Our outside auditor kind of frowned upon us doing it that way to just certain.
He wouldn't really elaborate a whole lot, but he has basically said that that was not a good thing to do.
It also, our OPEB report, it really
Messes
messed that up.
everything up.
So like when we were going out for the tax note, they really looked at that because it looks like,
liabilities or?
Yeah.
because they predict so many years, they're thinking how many people will get this, so it like, I don't know, tripled, I think, or
It could, yes, as far as retirees that start going, and that could end up costing the county an extreme amount of money over the long run. And I was not for it when it initially happened. I wish we could have handled it in some different form or fashion. Riley Meeson even called me, and this was wild. He was like, "This is crazy. Why are y'all?" I know, because I just.
Perfect day.
I know, but I did too till he called me.
No.
And Riley was never.
So now you're gonna use everybody else?
No, Riley was never against anything when it comes to money, but he said, "This is crazy as heck." I'm like, I understand. But, so the thing about it is you got to figure it, a lot of people, they're taxed on it, so you really not ended up with it. It is an extreme amount of work for your department. It involves all kind of departments. HR, you, and everything else,
we have to check every month,
every
make
month.
sure nobody passed away.
And I'm
or
just-
nobody retired, there's people out there that could possibly retire.
And
So-
in the long run,
You
that
gotta
could.
cut 25 checks or so.
That could end up costing the county an extreme amount. And the thing about it is I'm not against giving our retired folks something when we're able to give them something. But this is something that is totally opposite of what we're doing. This is now we're stuck having to pay this. If we have another 20-something, you got to figure out how much money this will end up cost you in the long run.
How much benefit to the retiree is this actually?
And see, that's
giving them? once they're taxed and once.
Yeah, see, I don't,
It's
they only
not,
got 3 months from last year, so I don't,
it's not just a whole lot that does it. I mean, I don't agree with it. I've had a bunch of different people call me and say like, I said, I understand. We're not a big county, so we don't have, I mean, it's something that we got to bank on every year we look at it. And if you start having more people retiring, and there's people that are eligible that could do it.
we just had one recently retire, so.
Yep. And my whole deal is that it affects a certain number of employees on certain reasons of why they get it. But then you have 170 something people on retirement, but you're only supporting 26 of them. And the other ones that worked here are actually getting nothing for it. I always wanted to be more for the entire employee that's worked for us, not just a select few. So I mean, in this COLA is something, I mean, right now, you know, y'all know we got our buildings and we got a lot of stuff working on. I would think it would be neat every year if we could not necessarily do a COLA, but give all the retirees just, you know, a set amount, $1,100, whatever the case would be. You know, for what it would be, I don't know how much this actually costs us. We're at $100,000 right now. 80 something thousand right now every year. But you figure if you have more people that start requiring, then that's going to end up costing you $160,000. I mean, this could get extremely expensive. You would be better off on a let's see, so I mean, I don't know. I wish that we would. Sean and I have talked about it is to not continue with it because.
The one thing I do suggest is if y'all go revisit the policy again and rechange or however you want to do the policy. Because the policy does state those retirees, they get $300 a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we could come up to a conclusion in budget workshop, then we would have to change that. I would say at least continue it through this year.
Yes. Yeah,
And then do it, and then maybe in the future we can figure out a different way, but that thing was dropped quick on us, and when I got to looking at it, I didn't understand it. I researched it. I talked to Becky, and I had Becky to ask her to call Armstrong, Vaughn, and I don't know that she ever really called him when I talked to him, and it went on and went through. But as a Commissioners Court, we got to look at all of our retirees, not just a small portion of them, because everybody that's worked for this county, but by the time you really look at it, you're getting 200, maybe if that 100 or something dollars, you're not really doing anything. You're just causing an extreme amount of work on them, and then over a period of time, this could get blown really out of proportion and cost the county an awful lot of money. So y'all's thoughts? I don't know. It's kind of scary to me, and that's what Vaughn said too. It was kind of scary to him.
We've been doing this the same way for several years, haven't we?
No, this just started. This just started when
October 1st.
October 1st.
When the whole, I guess retiree, was it? I don't know what the policy was.
I mean, the thing about it is the county does have a good retirement policy. I mean, yes, I understand. I mean, it's like I always said, I work with DPS and I got a good retirement, but the new troopers, since I've retired, making a whole lot more, but they never go back that much for the retired folks. They haven't given a whole lot, but it's fine. I mean, I knew when I started with this outfit with DPS what I was going to get in retirement, and I'm happy with it. But this is just I don't know, because you really stop and think about it. It's really not. By the time you tax it and all, it's a headache.
So you're talking to do away with it?
Yes, sir. I would like to do away with it, and maybe each year if we have some extra money or something, and you want to look at your employees, the 170, if we can give them all a little something, not just less than a quarter of it. I mean, because if you were sitting there and you worked for the county, but you weren't quite eligible or just about a little bit, and these are getting, they're not getting it, I mean, that would be, I mean, you'd be upset. I mean, you worked for the county for a long time. I think if you do it, it needs to be uniform across the board.
Well, I think we need to write it here, only non-exhaustive retirement.
Okay.
Do away with the rest of it.
But the county does have a good retirement, and I mean, I do want to look at it, but I want to look at all of them, not just a select few. And with that being said, then there's the other thing is insurance for a retired family. So if you retire, you can still pay the county the insurance and for your spouse, and they would continue to work. So Dale's wife is over, it's done in September. She won't, so then we have one, which is Becky, her husband's on there. So she doesn't want to pay it for the whole year. She wants to pay it monthly, is that correct? She pays monthly. She can't pay it for the whole year. But, I mean, that's a lot more work for y'all again. So, I mean, I don't think that we should continue for that. I mean, if they're paying insurance, or let them get the insurance or whatever the case is. I don't know, do you want to elaborate any on it?
Yeah, we have to make sure, the money's there before we can pay it. If it's not there, we've hold on to the invoice, so we luckily have gotten it right in time, every time to pay it. That's like a double check. Like, we have the check ready, is it ready to pay, is it not ready to pay? And it'll be only one person.
One person, so you have all.
Nobody's ever taken it out, 'cause it's expensive. Whatever ours is, almost $900 a month, so nobody really takes it, but so we'll just have one person we have to keep track of after September. That's all in that policy also.
That's in
Same
the policy
so.
also. And I mean, it's like, you work for the county, you've got insurance or whatever the case is. But I mean, if we were to do that, we need to put it at a certain date so that the person has time to get insurance or whatever the case is. Because I would not want nobody to be
We'll have
out
to do this
insurance.
kind of quick, so they kind of know.
But of course, this all came through really fast when this went through the budget. I don't think it was looked at and gone over very well. And since then, I still looking at it, and especially when your outside auditor says that is not good. I asked him, but he said it's going to be up to the county to make the decision. So he had told me that, and he didn't. He touched on it briefly, but that was it. So that's too long.
I mean, so this is, we're talking about the budget end of it, but this is a policy change.
Yes.
So would we,
It would be both.
well, we'd have to do the policy
We need
change
to do the
first
policy.
and then affect the budget after that. So we would take changing that policy that we put in place last year,
Right.
doing away with it, and then.
I mean, you're not looking at an extreme amount of money per person. I mean, that's just, and then you got 26 and you got 170 on retirement, but the rest get.
It was 300 a month, correct?
Yeah.
3,600 a year, and then they get taxed on it. So after you take taxes out, it's probably $2,500 max.
And I would suggest that if we did do that, maybe on the years that we can, is if we have some money, just give them all just a lump sum check at the end of the year, just a little cost of living or whatever. That way
We
you.
do the COLA adjustment.
And see, well, it's actually not a COLA. I'm calling it a COLA. It's not a COLA because a COLA would be something that you have to pay for 15 years. We didn't do that. A COLA costs you a period for 15 years before you ever get it.
We're
cost
still
that.
paying on too.
They did this without having to do a COLA. Is the reason why this happened. And I just think it's just not fair to all of our county employees. A lot of people dedicated their time and stuff here, and I mean, I don't think we should venture out and select 26 out of 100 or 70.
But our auditor says, our examiner says not 50.
Correct. He's told me, and I believe he's also told Sean.
Now on
He doesn't
that,
recommend it.
He doesn't.
does not recommend it at all.
Did that cause us to have like a higher rate or something, when like we went out for the loan?
Yep.
and that?
Because the OPEB report just went
Yep.
crazy.
Went crazy.
Is that something we don't control? It's
No.
just a blank check, it is what it is.
You don't control it because you don't know how it's gonna change. You had another 26 employees retired this year that were eligible for it, then you just broke your bank. I mean, that's this much more money, and that's from then on till they die.
My thoughts are, let's do away with it.
I agree.
I don't know the rest of you feel.
Well, I'm kind of like the judge was saying, it's a select few that are benefiting from it. If we're going to do something, I'd like to benefit
Everybody.
as many people as
Benefit all.
possible.
Until this ball gets corroded, it could get bigger and bigger.
I mean, you can see it. I mean, yeah, I mean, not saying that it would, but I mean, over a period of time, sooner or later, I mean, yes.
Well, I think if you look at the age in general of our current workforce, we're on the upper end, so we're closer to that rolling.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
It's just a liability that will just continue to grow is basically what it is. And the thing about it is, if you would have done a COLA, you would have had that liability for 15 years and then you would have evened out. But on this here, you'll never even out.
And with the COLA, it keeps going on, so if you pass away, your beneficiary still gets the
Yep.
money.
Yep.
With this, if you pass away,
That's it.
you were done.
Right.
But,
But you don't know.
no,
Right.
What about you guys? What do y'all think?
It's getting bigger every common sense to you, stop.
So I guess what I'll do is
Issue.
make a note that we'll probably get with Kristen or whatever, and we'll look at the policy and try to get, I'll put on the next deal. Effective, would you, Sean, if we did it on an effective date, would it be January 1 be enough time? Or October?
that way we don't have to budget for it.
Okay, I got you.
On the call, I need to make, I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah, because I think the last policy was effective October 1st.
October 1st. Then we'll have to get that and put it on next agenda. That way we can do that. So hopefully you'll be able to assist.
And does that affect the policy change for that insurance?
Yes, that's all in the same policy. The retirement age, I think y'all picked 58. I mean, y'all want to change that to a rule of 80 or whatever, something simple, I don't know.
Well,
I'm just thinking,
I mean, a rule of 80 is a good rule to
Well,
go by.
that's-
I mean, most of them now are more than 80.
right,
Yeah,
right now it's 58 in 20 years, which
78
very few that will,
be eligible for it.
yeah. So y'all want just a rule of 80 and that way we all know this is,
Maybe a rule of 80.
I mean, it might be
Across the board,
56, but
which
nobody's
is-
gonna retire
which is-
56 anyway, so,
Rule of 80 is really conservative now because it's all gone up.
right.
But yes, I agree
I
with
mean, so
that.
that's all in that same policy, so.
We will work on it. All right, and then as far as 406,
All I'm doing in that line is I'm taking that meeting expense out, so put it in,
got you.
okay.
So are we good on non-department now?
She hasn't, oh yeah, I think we are.
And all right, excellent.
That's-
All right, so we're gonna go to 406, which is HR, and I don't have anything that she's really requested at all on that one.
So I'm just taking that line out.
Taking that line out.
Yeah, that's it.
So HR basically is going to remain the same. Let's just skip 408 because we're going to need Commissioner Brzezowski's input on that one, and we'll come back to it.
You don't want to hear mine?
Oh, auditor, yeah, I wrote, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's do that before he comes back. 407, I know Shauna's requesting some laptops, a printer, and then you can visit on the clerk changes. I'll let you explain that.
I think a few years back, we had first assistant, 2 clerk 3s, and a clerk 2. I'm just requesting now that there'll be no clerk 3s, there'll be 2 clerk 2s, a clerk 1, and a first assistant. So just
Here you go.
by their experience and stuff in office.
You all good? All right. So, HR's not asking for nothing, so we're at the auditor now.
Okay. Let's cut over there.
So,
Didn't even get a laugh out of it.
Coming up for you guys.
so the auditor is requesting some, 2 laptops, a printer, and then she wants to change some of her clerks as she just explained to them. You want to explain it again? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do, we had 2 clerk 3s, a clerk 1, a clerk 2. I'm gonna have 2 clerk 2s and a clerk 1. It's not, they're not going, it's not more money or anything, so,
Actually, probably less, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're good with the auditor. That was easy. All right, so 408 is treasurer. The only thing that I have in there is she's requesting a $500 auto allowance.
500 total or 500 a month?
500 total.
500 total.
So she is requesting that is part of her salary line. So it'd just be auto allowance, $500, and monthly we'll give her whatever. Unless y'all want her to do a line.
408.
Treasurer.
And she wants what, $500?
Auto allowance
Why?
for going to the bank.
Now, the revolving loan that she receives, that additional money for that, what is that for?
That's,
For investments.
we get that money. It's paid.
But I mean, no, what is she, I mean, is that, does she have to go to the bank for that? Is that part of the, is there?
I don't think so for that.
How often does she go to the bank?
I hope once a week.
So I was gonna
Just
say,
a deposit every 7 days, so.
Once a week, it's gonna cost you $500.
another,
She wants $500 a year or $500 a year?
other errands. She shouldn't have any employees.
That's right.
Has she ever got that in the past, any kind of, auto allowance?
She used to have auto allowance years ago. A lot of them did, then y'all all rolled into their salary, the JPs and.
So they don't have to keep track of daily,
Yeah.
like I went to the bank.
So if you just give her an auto allowance, we don't have to really, you just pay her X amount a month.
Was that, when she had it before, was it rolled into the salary then?
I don't know if I have. Yeah.
So I think when we did those raises or whatever, we did away with a lot of the auto allowances and just.
In 22, we moved everybody's auto allowance to their 21 or 22.
Was hers moved? Do we
In
know?
22, it was moved, and in 21, we moved the JP's auto allowance into their salary.
How much was her auto allowance at that time? Do you remember?
You said it was in 2022?
But I'm saying.
I bet I could go find a book in my office.
Yeah.
Do we have one of the old books from 1920? I mean,
19.
how about 2020?
Got a horse and carriage allowance
So,
back then.
in other words,
I'll buy that one.
when we rolled the JP's over, we rolled hers over to that time,
The
right?
following year.
The following year,
Yeah.
JP's were 21 according to the spreadsheet.
Okay, so if we give her another raise, she's already got that money before. If we give it to her again, we're gonna have the JP's and everybody coming back and again. But she's already got the same deal.
Now, I don't know how much the JP's were getting to compare to what she was getting.
I want to
so-
say, I'm trying to think. I want to say it was like 3,000 or something, 3,200.
Yeah, I don't, and it doesn't say on here, it just says auto allowance.
Oh, Bucker must be watching. He said it was 3,200 a year.
There you go.
How does he have time to watch?
He's
Well,
working.
He's
That's well said, that's where he works.
Now,
was it 21?
He's gonna have a
she
hard
was
time
22,
contacting.
JP's was 21.
So 21 it should be
21
up.
would have it, yes.
So 408.
I'll be back here right now.
So, I mean, if we can, she wanted it in her salary portion, if not, we could.
So it's
give her
saying
mileage.
here,
She'd turn in mileage every time she went, and we would reimburse her.
so this
So we get mileage just like you are
was
salary.
400.
She was getting 400.
That's what it said, 400.
So we put 400 then in her salary.
So it's already, it was already rolled into the salary.
It's 400. Let's see if she'll be getting 900. You'll give her 5, and she's got 4, that's 900, right?
He's got, what'd you say?
3,200.
But I don't think they drive a lot more.
Yes, true.
Right, yeah, they
Magistrate.
drive where
Magistrate, yeah.
they have to go to an accident scene, or they have to.
Inquest, yeah. We'll add 100.
Sir?
We'll add 100.
She said she'll come in if you want to talk to her.
Just add 100, let's go. That way she had 500, she got 4, she gets another 100. Really, I just didn't go with it like it is, because you're gonna open a can of worms, everybody gonna be.
I agree.
Mine's the same every day.
I think just leave it like it is.
Right. So you can turn a mileage. You have a mileage line.
But I don't turn.
I know, but you could.
The bank,
Yeah.
but I could.
Like I said, we could give her a mileage line, and just wouldn't be part of her salary.
Yeah. I got a mileage line, but I don't never use it. Only time I use it is magistrate or if I go somewhere, but that's it. I mean, all the other time I just run around and just do what I got to do.
Right down on the 3 mile.
Yeah, I hate doing that. Hate
What
it.
is a mileage allowance now?
70 cents.
I just turn in when we go out of town. To a conference.
It's a lot of work.
If you're going 4 or 5 miles, and you're gonna write a check for $5 this month or $10.
I mean, if I have to go to like Nixon or Walker or something, then I will.
And I wasn't aware of that was at one time that rolled into a salary. I was not aware of that.
See, the commissioners used to get a.
I remember when we
their
did it.
trucks. You know, you drove your own trucks, we were getting 500 or 600 a month, but you couldn't drive your own truck for 500 or 600, you wouldn't even pay the gas. So they rolled it over into our salaries. And when they did that, the time I'm thinking next year, they rolled into stuff that everybody goes. I say leave it like it is.
Well, and I know too, we roll salaries and then we adjusted, trying to get everybody on the same level as other comparable counties. I know we kind of tried to have all that together, so somebody might have got their auto allowance rolled in there, but they also might have got a bump in their pay to get them up to what JPs or constables were making next door.
Well, I think we'll leave our auto allowances, whatever they're getting in their check, I think we need to leave it the same right now. That's my opinion.
Guys?
What do you say? Sounds good? Okay, you look like you're a little bit. I'm gonna drag in, you got the floor, I'm
All right, we're
trying
good.
to give you the floor now.
We'll move to 409. County Tax Assessor. I believe that she has, from what I have, she's getting 2 new computers with the software and a new printer. Do you have anything different? And I believe she's already allotted for that in the budget for now.
And everything else pretty much the same.
Y'all good with that? Move to 410, we have the Elections Department. On this one here, we had discussed that today in court, that we would have to budget $8,500 for the Help of America vote for that grant. So Shauna, if you will note that in there, since I believe we agreed to that already, and good with it. And
What
then
was that, 8,500?
8,500.
Can have a grant.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, I'm not talking about the cost of living, everybody. We'll touch base on that at a later time, so. So 411 is the county attorney's office, and when's Eddie? Eddie will be back next budget session. So he's got a lot that he probably needs to come in to address the court on. I'll just kind of give you a rundown of what it is, but we're going to have to bring him back. What I have is through the Senate Bill 22, I know that I don't think the money's going to go anywhere at any time, but one of his requests is I know that Kristen is paid out of the Senate Bill 22. However, his goal is to make her she's an employee, but make her a guaranteed employee if Senate Bill 22 would go away.
Talking about a permanent
permanent employee, which I know that y'all probably have used Kristen a lot here for a lot of the stuff that we're doing. I know all the offices had, and I think we pretty much wore her ragged, but she does not complain. He's looking at possibly moving 2 clerk 2s to a clerk 3 is something that will get him visit with us. A new laptop computer, and then out of the Senate Bill 22, which he'll have the money, it won't be money from us as the county. An assistant victims coordinator, I guess part-time, and then also an investigator part-time, but that would come out of that. Do you have anything different than what I've got? So that's
On the SB 22 money, that's yearly.
yearly.
Yes.
When do we find out if it's extended?
It's,
If you did get passed in last legislature.
yeah,
So maybe 2 more years. I think, the way I understand it, it's gonna be around for a while.
yeah.
The thing with, if we take Kristen out and put her in the general fund, and he wants to add 2 more employees. Not sure what their salary would be or whatever, but if there will be, then they're also paying the supplement to like 5.
Out of Senate Bill 22.
Out of Senate Bill 22 also, so then we'll have to discuss, or he'll have to, will he be getting more money then, because it's probably not as much, those 2 part-time probably won't be as much as Kristen's salary.
Right.
So then there'll be extra money left over,
Right.
so.
So basically, that's kind of a rundown of what's coming. So we really need Eddie to be here to present that to y'all so that y'all can gather the information and ask any questions. So if y'all are good with that, we'll move. I'm gonna put a question mark here for the next go round that we'll need him to come back. So we're gonna move to 412, and this is a new one. This is the juvenile probation department now. So since they have split the district with the district judges, adult probation and juvenile probation have agreed through the juvenile boards to split, which means that we're going to pick up them as 2, they've been our employees, but yet they're going to be our full-time employee now as juvenile probation. It'll be Maggie Guyton and Tricia Becker. Now, state law requires the Commissioners Court to pay a juvenile salary, and I believe that what it is the state pays 60% of the salary, and the county pays 40% of the salary. That's written in the law. So what happens is when this department is being split, and I'm not 100% on the numbers, but they're probably pretty close. So we're going to end up getting the 2 employees, which means so we're going to get the 2 employees, which now, right now they're being paid out of Lavaca County. However, now they're going to be paid through our county because Lavaca and Colorado is on their own. So they're either going to do 2 things. They're either going to combine their juvenile departments, or either they're going to do the same thing as what we're doing. However, when we get the juvenile department, it's going to come with some funding initially, because they're going to split the percentage rate that the state gives to the entire district, and I think it's somewhere about $300,000. So that will come to us, go into our budget, actually through the juvenile probation, which will help pay the salaries. Plus, every year we'll continue to get our money from the state. Also, they're going to come with their car.
This 300,000 is going to be a one-time deal?
Yep. It'll be a one-time deal. This is what they have right now.
This year?
This year. But each year we'll be getting money from the state that will come straight to Gonzales County, strictly for Gonzales County juvenile probation. So they're going to come with a car. It's got about 30,000 miles on it. It's a tan vehicle that sits out there. It's in really good shape. Tricia said she's going to make sure that she's got new tires on it and everything ahead of time when they get it. They're going to come with their computers. They're going to come with their printers. The only thing is basically, instead of being paid through Lavaca County, they're going to be through us. Now this poses deal, which I've got some of this stuff down here. So when they come with us, they're going to get paid out of some of their vacation and their vacation, they're gonna pay a portion of it, but yet they'll still have enough to roll over if we agree to it, so that they'll have their vacation here. And then the maximum amount's 80 hours. Am I right on that? 80 hours that they could actually roll over, and they can only carry 80 over here.
When they come.
And then yearly, they can only carry 80 as they come. So, the other question is some things that's gonna have to be waived by the court. According to Misty, their vacation will be at the max because Tricia has 30 years service as juvenile probation officer in the whole time she's been in Gonzales County. Maggie's got 16 or so years probation in all of that time she's been in Gonzales County. So if it's okay with y'all, I'm saying that with their tenure, their time, their vacation would be at the 4.62 hours. Can't carry over 80, but that's what they would get. And their sick would be the standard, which is the 3.70 when they would come here. So the other thing is that if y'all are good with them bringing their time over here in that form and fashion, whatever they get paid is what they get paid through the probation department or whatever it is, we'll pick them up at that time. So with that being said is that the Commissioners Court's gonna have to waive, so if they come to work for us as the county employee on insurance, you correct me if I need some help here, is that we would waive their period since they've been employed, just so that when they come here, they have their insurance. And then, MASA, we'd have to waive it also for them to have the MASA. And then the other thing is the longevity, which when they go to work for us, they would be eligible for the longevity. However, I don't feel as if we should deduct them because they have been our employees, except paid through Lavaca County. So would y'all want to pay them the longevity and the tenure that they have?
Do you have a particular amount on there?
I bet somebody does.
Well, and it's not like they're changing, they're not doing anything on their own.
They're not
They're a
doing,
victim of
no,
circumstance.
they're basically, you're exactly right. That's a great point, that they're a victim of circumstance on this because they're splitting this up, and it's like, I can tell y'all, and I'm sure Kristen can probably go with it, you're not gonna get two better probation officers for juvenile probation. They've been in this county, they have worked their butt off in this county.
This is what they get right now from Lavaca County.
Yep.
Yeah, and if they were jumping jobs from county to county to get a better deal, but they're not.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they get a lot, the
She
longevity
gets,
is different.
this
yes.
is what she gets, and this is what she gets.
Oh, where's the longevity?
That's
Here.
theirs, yeah.
That's their longevity, but if they go to work for us, then they would actually fall under
Then we would-
our longevity. But yeah, they, basically, like you said, they're a victim of circumstance. This took place with all this district judges, and they're gonna put another district judge over there. So it's kind of became, I mean, we've inherited it, but we couldn't inherit two better employees that are already there. And Tricia said that if this doesn't go, she's gonna leave. I'm like, no, you can't leave. She's good at what she does. And then the other thing is, as long as their insurance would start immediately, we'd have the longevity, we'd have to waive the MASA according to TAC. Y'all as the Commissioners Court can do that. And this would be effective October 1. They would actually
Come here, I'll-
be here. And I have told them that once they're here, they're no longer worried about Lavaca County or Colorado County. They're only here, and no, they understand that, and they love that because that eastern part of the district's a mess, and I'm glad we don't have that problem over there because I don't know what they're gonna do. Right now, they don't have a juvenile department. These two are running the whole 3 counties because they don't have any other employees.
When do we know the funding situations and all that?
The funding situation is here. I mean, we'll get that money for this year, so it really is not going to cost us pretty much of anything. And that's back, not this year at all. So that's back to remember when we moved that line, when Shauna said we're moving that line, we're leaving 10,000 in the other one. That's what we pay adult probation. The 153 comes over here, and that's our portion out of the 40% that covers the salaries. That's what the salaries would be, and then ours is in that. Plus, we will get the 300,000 or whatever, however much it'll be somewhere in that area that will go into their account. And then also the $90,000, which is the juvenile housing boarding.
Right.
We're gonna roll that out of the non-department, since we have a juvenile department, and Shauna's decided we'll just put it all in there so we know what all we have at the juvenile side.
Sound like that would make more sense.
Yes.
having that
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense all in one.
Isn't their fiscal year, doesn't theirs end September 1?
Theirs ends September 1.
What are you gonna do with that month?
That's interesting.
Vacation.
No, they can't vacation. They cannot vacation. I guess they'll have to pay them through September 1, and then they come to work for us in October. I mean, there's no other alternative.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they could, because theirs ends September 1, yeah, they could just budget a month, because they're in there as opposed to us
And
having.
they were gonna do this October one, not January one.
Right.
October 1. And see, the other thing is, I don't know if y'all are aware of it, but Colorado County does it on January cycle.
Yeah.
So that's throwing a big monkey wrench in their program over there, because Lavaca County's on one and they're on the other, and that's not our mess, but yes.
I did, I'm gonna have to add to their budget, I see they have cell phones, a cell phone line, so we can pay for that, so I'll have to add.
Okay.
that in there.
And y'all see the budget, that's just tentatively what we have
Yes,
placed
I know.
in there. Now, some of that may change or whatever, but I wrote in mine here, which is the 4061, the 167 is coming over here, but that's minus the 10,000, so. And then the 4062 from non-department's gonna move over here to this number, and that's the 90,000 for the housing of juveniles, which we may not use it all, but it's budgeted for that. So we'll
Where does
just
that money go if it doesn't get spent? Does it just go to back to general fund?
back to general fund.
I don't understand this.
Shoot. Is Tricia or anybody in there? No?
When they sent this, didn't they send this about an admin position?
Oh, okay, yes, I was supposed to ask about, I was supposed to say something about that. Yes, sorry, thank you. Too much. So, the adult probation admin does assist the JP, both of the JPOs, both of the juvenile probation officers. So Tracy with them asked if we would pay a little bit towards her salary due to the fact that, and I need to get with you, I don't know how this would work, I know that I think we do it. And she was saying, I think that she gets paid right at 50,000, and she wanted to pay half, and I told her I don't agree to half. So what I did is I round up to all the employees that she has through the probation department, including the 2 JPOs, and it come out to somewhere around $13,000 yearly. So I would say, if y'all are good with it, to pay the 15, that way she would continue to do exactly what she's doing for them now.
And clarify that she's assisting the juvenile.
Yes. Yes, but Tracy asked if,
She gonna be working, does she work for us, Tracy work for us? Who does she-
Tracy works for the 2nd 25th Judicial District. And so does the probation folks, the adult side.
So can we just take that out of 405 instead of 10,000 and just do 25,000?
That's what I would suggest. But I just wanted y'all to understand that we would, that would actually be cheaper than us hiring a part-time employee or employee for her. Plus, Brandy is the one that's in the position, she already knows what she's doing, so she would answer the phones when they're gone, whatever the case. And of course, when we go to the new building, they'll all still be in the same office. So, like here, juveniles here and adults in the basement. But Tracy, I think, wanted me to pay the 25, but I don't think we need to pay the full amount. I think we need to pay it per the other way, so that's what I came out with. I think it's right about 13,000 something, the way I figured it, but I would go the 15. I said that I would suggest the 15. Y'all make the
And
decision.
will she be there at 15? You weren't talking.
Yep. Now, if something in the future happens that they decide that they may want an employee, then that would be something that she would have to bring towards y'all and put that money towards another one. I don't know, what does a regular employee cost now? Well, the clerk one is probably way more expensive than that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this Tracy, I don't know her name.
Tracy Darshnick, she is the head of the adult, director of the
Okay, so
probation
she's
department, and
director.
she also runs ISF.
Okay, all right.
And she's over juvenile now and adult probation and ISF. But this is something they have talked about a long time. A lot of counties have split it due to the fact that juvenile probation is technically a county entity.
Is this gonna work for you, what we're doing, what you're talking about today, is it gonna be a workable situation
Yep.
for your office? I mean, because we don't deal with it.
No,
You do.
no. It's this, I mean, just by letting this happen, it would be great. I mean, yes. and-
Keeping
and
the same core group.
Keeping the same core group here, because I'm gonna tell you, if you start trying to hire another probation officer, that's why they don't have any to the east. These two here will continue to be at home and not have to roam all over the eastern counties and do their job here. And both of them are very, very good at their job.
Well, us telling you how to do this would be like you telling us what kind of maintainer to buy. So I think if you're happy with this deal, it's gonna work, let's give it a try.
Well, the biggest thing is that we have to, y'all have to agree to their time as they come over here, the longevity, the insurance, MASA. And if y'all are agreeing to all of that, then I guess we just roll right on into it on October the 1st.
I mean, I agree to it, I don't know about the other gentleman.
No, y'all,
I'm good with it.
yeah.
So the extra money the extra 15 for their secretary.
Yeah, so the extra 15, do y'all want to put that with the adult probation? We already give them 10, so that would make that one 25,
25,
and then we would be square. Now, I haven't okayed that with Tracy because she wants me to pay more, but I think she'd be good with the 15.
Make sure she's okay with putting it all together. I mean, I should wouldn't be.
Yeah, she'd be fine putting it together, just got it. But
So we're all right with this, you're gonna check and see you got all your ducks in a row then.
if y'all give me the green light on everything that we discussed, on the time, the insurance, the MASA, the longevity, then we'll roll.
I'm good with that.
Good.
All right, and then if anything changes in the meantime, whatever the case may be, she doesn't like the 15,000, I will get with y'all, but I'm pretty sure that she'll go with that.
And if we want to separate this out of 405 and keep it in there, 412,
Whatever's easiest for you, I'm good with
Go
that.
back and look at it.
All right,
Okay.
all right, we're good on 413. Boy, this is slow. All right, so we'll move to, and thank y'all everything for bearing with me and listening to me, and because this stuff has just been a mess.
So longevity's good too?
Longevity, they say is good.
And we talked about phone allowance.
I'm gonna add phone. They
She's
have cell phones.
she's gonna add the cell phone in
I'll
there.
add their fees.
And I think we've pretty much got here. I mean, I don't know if we need to change anything. I think gasoline's probably enough. They only have one vehicle. Just depending, and they won't be driving as far anymore. They'll be just in Gonzales County, or if they go in whatever. But apparently everything's good on that. If anything changes, I will let y'all know.
The room over here, the situation where we have room for them.
Yep, they're going, just like it's rolling now. Everything's gonna happen just like it's happening right now, except we're gonna inherit the 2 new employees. Our employees.
All right.
Well, they're our employees, but yeah, they'll really
Officially on our
be our employees now. All right, so, 414 district clerk, I don't have anything on there. Huh?
Historical commission.
Oh, yep. See, I got it, all right. Historical Commission, 413.
And you skipped over them, but
Yeah, I can see, I had to, I didn't know Shauna had thrown these 2 new ones, so I got them in blue over here, and I'm used to going down the line. So 413, Historical Commission.
I just put some figures in there. Hopefully that,
Do we have anything on all of that?
They were supposed to have given it to me last week, they finished it
But you were saying 8 or whatever it was?
right around 8, because
So y'all want to just leave the 10.5 in there, just leave it like we've had it in the past, just in case something changes? Are you good with that, Shauna?
So I just up some of these to make it 10.5. So I come out with 8.
Just do the 10.5 just in case something happens or whatever.
So
If
now
not,
this though is just for their expenses, not the building expenses,
Right,
correct?
this is just office expenses and conference.
Right, so the building will be separate like we used to pay for the old jail or whatever.
all right.
This is a historical commission at large, not just the jail we're talking about, is that what you're saying?
Right.
Correct.
I just want to clarify.
We good on 413?
Yeah.
All right, 414, district clerk. I don't have anything on here unless you have something, Shauna. Y'all good? We'll roll 415, district court. And I just got on here waiting on figures for Guadalupe County or whatever. I know that you've got all that done. So you've got 415 handled.
Yes, I do think CPS court expenditures, I may have to up that a little more because we had 40 budgeted this year. I did 55 next year, but I think we're pretty close to that already. I can leave it 55 and we can assess it later on, it doesn't, but every year they go up. I did go down a little bit on the court-appointed attorneys. Those have been staying right around 200.
Y'all good? All right, I got JP 1, 2, and 3, 16, 17, and 18. I'm not showing anything on those. Unless you got something, Sean. Those will remain the same. 419, courthouse and associate buildings. So there's one on there where something to the fact that we need to update the outdated servers and the cameras at the Randall Rather building.
Yes,
And I'm showing that to be a $9,770.
I didn't know what that.
That's tentatively what I had received, $9,770.
That's on Randall Rapids,
Mhm.
cameras.
Yep.
This is where we would also put repairs for the old jail. This is where it used to come out of, so we're gonna put some money in that.
While we're talking about Randall Rapids, Judge, can you talk to GEC and see if they send a small bucket truck over there? My guys can work on that clock and change the signs. You still have those signs for the clock? So we can change those signs out on that clock and get that clock back in time again. Whenever you have a chance to get through this budget time, I'm sure.
All right. Liz, will you write me a note on that so I don't forget? I know, but I'm doing good enough to read what I got right here. Then the other thing is I wanted to touch base with y'all. I know Brian, this would fall under the courthouse and associated buildings, is to get them a utility truck with a bed on it so that, I mean, there's times that they're here working on stuff, and I got to go out, it's at the shop, I got to go pick this up, I got to go pick that up, where they could actually put all their tools on it. What's y'all's thoughts?
What are they
Well, you
driving
can
now?
take one of the trucks that got now for the utility bid. I mean, we just did it for one of ours. We've got 2 of them we've done that one. The trucks
I don't know how many miles they got. Don't you have to have a 1 ton or a
No.
3/4 ton?
We got them on 3/4 tons.
What are they driving now? I knew they had the little truck that they got rid of.
They got that, yeah, they got one little truck that I think we're gonna end up,
Half ton.
if we ended up getting a utility truck, one of those trucks is gonna have to go to the janitors because we got one truck that's about history. And then they would still have their other truck, but
So the trucks are not heavy enough for the utility.
that's what I'm thinking.
Do they have a 3/4 ton?
No,
I
sir.
don't know.
The white one. that
1 ton, has a
It's
half ton.
ton, and then the one they run around in is a half ton. It's the one Dale had.
So they're both that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That'd probably be a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking, so- They had looked around, I think, but I don't know where we can actually buy them from.
The bid,
Well, they found a whole truck, I don't know if it was gas or diesel, but it was 56,000 for the whole thing with the everything.
I know they sell these trucks.
Yeah, it was new.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a 24, but I don't know if it's still there.
They sell those trucks on the Sole Source, whatever that guy, where do we buy our trucks from? Cars from? The Chevrolet, sells Chevrolet. Huh?
That Caldwell Country?
Yeah, Caldwell sells them, I think they have them on the wall, I read it there, we may contact them.
Well, maybe we need to look at that. They had mentioned it to me. I said I was good with it, but I wanted to check with y'all. I mean, they constantly working, and it'd be nice to have the majority of your tools where you're at. Well, I can get y'all's thoughts on it.
We've got two of them, and we've got all our tools, they drive up and they need to work with something, they can work on it.
we got one and it's rigged out with everything, so it's got, you know.
Well, I need to get with Brian and Scott and see if they can look on that and see what they can find there and get a price on it. Do you know what they cost?
Those beds are about 7,000 or 8,000 apiece, that's what was in the bed, that's the bed was on. But if you could buy a whole truck for 54,000, I think that would be a better deal.
It's bad and all.
Yeah, the truck's gonna cost 50 or something by the time.
And it doesn't matter if it's gas or diesel for them. I mean, it really wouldn't make any
Probably
difference.
gas would be
It
better.
has to be better because diesel, they're just gonna be more expensive.
And then too, the 3/4, they can pull the trailer, that cargo trailer too. I mean, if they get in by elections and stuff. I mean, I'll furnish.
So, do y'all have any objection to putting, say, 56,000 and see if they can find something for that?
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, put
I'm
some in
good.
there, let them get some calls for it.
All right, tentatively. Other than the cameras, I don't have anything else under that unless you've got something, Shauna.
The repairs for the whole jail, I'm gonna put money in that line,
Repairs for the old jail?
because we're responsible for that building.
What line item number is that?
4501,
45 what?
4501.
Repair, we have no money.
We used to, years ago, we did repairs on there, and they would call us, and then we put the money in with, I guess, the historical commission, we gave them that extra money, where they were responsible. But now, since we got their budget back, because there's repairs over there, we're gonna be responsible for all that.
But is that allowance that we've made for them still include money for repairs or?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think they need to come to us with a deal and say we need this much money in repairs. If they're gonna do repairs, then we need to pass judgment whether we can do it or not.
Or they just call us and we,
I mean, we'll have to have some money there in case
That's what I
we do, but
they call and
But if we
say the
send,
lights went out or whatever.
but if we send Ryan and them over there, that's not like extra money for spending, I mean, it's.
Just for parts or whatever
but
else,
if
so.
they- yeah.
Well, y'all wanna put 2,500 in there?
that'll work.
They have gone over there and done some repairs with windows or something, or we moved the lift, I do remember.
You just put
They had some issues.
2,500 in there,
Something in there.
so we'll have something in there? What else you got on
That's all I have.
419? All right.
And how much are the cameras you said? Those cameras for the.
I was told $9,770.
And what item number is that?
That would be under 419, and that's the cameras for the Randall Rather building.
I'll have to look back which line I'll put that under.
So it's gonna be in the plan for that.
Yes, sir.
In the capital outlay,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so it's gonna be around $9,000.
I'd say
Around
10.
10.
Yeah. All
Now
right.
that Christmas supplies, was that for Christmas party, or was that for Christmas lights or Christmas?
that Christmas.
I think we just put it all on supplies last time, didn't we? That way, if it was on the building or whatever needed. Carter, you have any memory on that?
How much was it?
7,500.
It was lights, I think it was food too.
Yeah, but did we add if there was lights for the building? Does that come out of that?
We used to have a Christmas.
No, we
light.
did a.
Right, Christmas
Oh,
lights.
We
line.
did away with it because we couldn't have them due to the.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, true.
but then this year we bought those lights and kind of decorated down.
Right, so we put that on the Christmas supplies then.
Yes, the other lights.
Christmas party, the food, the ball.
Just leave it alone. Go with it when it is.
I'm good with that.
Decorated?
County jail.
We go through the whole book today?
I don't know, we can go as far as y'all wanna go if y'all get tired. A lot of these, when we get through this little bit, then it's pretty much it.
Fly till you get to road and bridge.
So I know that the sheriff's not here today, but you're here for the sheriff.
We'll be
Or
back for next Commissioners Court.
what we could probably do is if y'all want to, on 420, which is the county jail and the sheriff, you wanna do it when the sheriff's here? Or?
If you, probably y'all would rather, if I have any questions, or if you have questions, I can answer.
You want to just do it from the sheriff?
County jail, yeah,
Well, we can put that, because we have 411, which is the county attorney's office, and we'll have
The attorney and.
420, and the sheriff, we can do that on the next run.
Yeah.
On the postage machine, that's gonna change.
Which one is that under?
4622, the jail and sheriff's office, both of the changes to the new one. So it went up a little bit.
When they, we redid the contract with Joe just passed.
Right.
For whatever reason, they told us that they need to replace the postage machine, so we need to do those.
Constable, so we'll bring the sheriff in on our next one, we'll just do it there.
So we're gonna skip over and get him in the jail?
Unless you have anything you want to add on?
Now, Brother, that's if you have questions for me between now and then, I'll get.
Y'all want a rundown of what they're saying for jail?
Idea.
If you will give y'all an idea to think about.
Okay.
Sure. So what I've got on here is a new camera system that is $190,000.
That would cover replace all the cameras in the entire building in jail. That's what we have right now is been pieced together for years. So I think representative here of the county attorney's office will back me up on, seems like every time there's an incident in the jail, we try to pull video and it's gone.
That's also that we require the audio, and I think jail standards also does audio in certain areas, so that's the reason why the cameras are a little more sensitive.
And then 2 new vehicles.
Just one.
Oh,
For the
Just
jail.
number
Yeah.
Oh, just ordered one.
Yeah, we didn't ask for one last year and now that.
What kind of vehicle is this?
It just depends, we'll probably replace the top one we have right now is hitting 100,000. Those transport deputies are jailers, racking miles up on them, so it's probably a top or something. So we didn't need one last year, but now this year we got one that's gonna be.
Okay, so y'all use a Tahoe to transport prisoners, you don't use a van?
So the van is used for coming to court here where they do multiple ones. What these are used for is medical appointments or out-of-state pickup or in-state pickup or transporting to TDC or wherever. So they don't use the van for
And
that.
this is a Tahoe?
Yes, sir. It'd be tall or something similar to it, whatever we get our hands on. Yes.
What is a regular patrol car like those, like the ones you have now? Are they like the 50s?
Yes, sir. This is fully,
Fully.
this is fully equipped. We have a camera system, which we need for transport. That's why
This
it's,
is we dressed out.
yes, sir. Marked and everything like that. So radio in it, which is, the radios are like $10,000.
So what's the vehicle itself? What is the vehicle?
I think we're paying, I want to say we're right around 54,000, I think, for just a Tahoe by itself.
So it's about $20,000 worth of equipment. Of course, the radios.
Yeah, the radio takes it, then the camera system too, that's another, usually about $7,000 to put a camera on. So those two right there just.
Okay. I'm good. You answered my questions. Thank you.
And then, they're requesting an AC unit above the jail, and that is about 40,000.
Aren't you replacing now?
Yeah, I think that was the last one. We tried to fit all the other ones into this budget. I think that one
Yeah,
was.
I think.
So will
it's-
that come out of this budget? No, it'll come out.
Now.
Yeah, we.
Now,
Not
so,
next
so,
year.
so
Yeah, so
then
that's-
we can scratch that one
Yes.
then.
That's not even figured in there. total.
Okay,
And the power washing are actually, we squeezed that one in, so they were out there.
so
Yesterday.
I've got the power washing too, so we can take the 40,000 AC unit and the 30,000 out. Okay,
You can take the 40,000.
they're gonna do it this year, they're gonna do it in this year's budget.
Okay.
We're squeezing it in.
So I didn't even, like I said, I
The
didn't.
power
even-
washing and the AC.
In the season.
Right. That's all I show under the jail. I mean, if y'all are good with that on the jail, then we won't have to touch base on that anymore.
I'm fine.
All right, so I'm gonna take my question mark off on that. 421, Constable Precinct 1, I don't have anything unless you have something. Constable Precinct 3. I got a patrol laptop, some game cameras. They would like to put a fence behind the office.
That's constant, that's 4.
How much am I at?
You're on 3.
I'm on 3. Which one? Boy, I got these mixed up, I guess.
Unless he.
Go ahead with what you have on Constable Precinct 3.
All I show is he needs a patrol laptop for 2,000.
That's what I'm showing, the laptop.
Yes.
All right. All right, then Constable Precinct 4. What do you have on that one, Sean?
Game cameras,
Okay,
fence, a vehicle, and he wants to have overtime for his deputy.
yeah, I requested 10 hours of overtime for deputy constable. Did you have one in the new ammo line? Any ammo line for 1,500?
Oh, yes, yes, he wanted ammo for 1,500. I did stick that in there already, because 33.90. Which, I mean, it can come out, change them out.
Computer software, 5,000. Tell me about that. Am I not looking at this right?
Oh, on his line. Yes, whatever, I'm not sure which one he uses. That's to pay for all his software that he has.
Will they update the software, or what are they
A
doing?
yearly fee.
It went up, huh? They had 4,300.
I had to double check that system, I could look and see what all entails.
Oh, is that a career program? Is that actually your program?
I think like they had budgeted 64 and went down to 5. Is that what you're talking about?
He went up
It went up to 5.
Huh?
It went up to 5.
You're talking about around 3660?
Yeah. It was I just saw computer software at 5,000. I just thought,
Let me have the girls look.
On 3660, or looking here, it was 64
64.
budgeted last year, and it went down.
Shows 60 on this sheet.
Oh, you're looking at the written sheet?
You know, that's one I was looking at to see what, how much it's gonna run.
Let me see, I'll have a look it up.
It's showing there 6417.
Yeah, it looks
But
like
then here it's showing, it's not showing that on here.
it said 4,300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why.
Yeah. Unless there was a.
Now, this repair vehicle, it's got 11,000, you got 1,800 next to it. What does that mean, Sean?
So I added oil changes and stuff to that line.
They have a lot of repair on vehicles.
He does have an older one. I don't know how much he's,
That one, I had that old car, but I don't think they were using it much anymore, I don't think.
We're gonna be spending 11,000 a year on repairs, maybe we need to look into some new cars.
I mean, my dollar repairs. Let me see what he wants. Yeah, so he requested 11,000 repair vehicles, and I added oil changes to that. And something
The
else.
oil changes below that is gonna be scratched, you're saying?
Yeah, right, that line's going away. I don't know what else I added to that. Yeah, that'll be it. I put 800 in there. I don't know why you got 11,000. I think that's a lot. We only spent 2,000 this year.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. Unless he meant 1,100, I don't, like, put 11,000, I don't know.
Okay, what's the difference between office supplies and operating supplies, unspecified? We got 3,500 here for operating supplies, and office supplies, it went to, I guess, 3,000.
Yeah, and, because in office supplies, I put his printing line up in there. So office supplies and printing are one line now, so that's why I got 3,000 in there. Operating supplies unspecified is different things he needs in the office, or not supplies wise, but I don't know how to explain it. Operating. I think each one of them have that.
I don't know, I know they added that container back there.
Is that something that we could do?
It seemed like we should do.
If they're gonna fence it in, that'd be,
Fencing out.
That fence would come out of, not his budget.
That's a cap.
That would come out of, like,
Was there a number on
419.
fences?
that
there wasn't a number, he just requested. I know, I'd have to look at it to see what we need, what kind of fencing, well, we might be able to throw that up there.
Obviously, no,
That's what I was gonna ask.
there's not a, it's fenced on, I know on two sides, but.
computer software, it's the co-lodging fees that went up this year. That's why he has 5,000 in there.
How much is this 10 hours of overtime per pay period gonna be?
I haven't looked into that.
'Cause that's 240 hours.
I see you've got a new Tahoe stuff in here.
Movie.
Let's see. What's he replacing? Do you know when he's replacing?
Well, they have two new vehicles. I mean, Jason both have a vehicle. Their third vehicle, they had that old Charger.
That's an 08 Charger.
Yeah, that,
They're gonna replace the Charger, they're gonna have three vehicles.
I don't know what they need for the third. I haven't visited with him on this, so I don't know exactly what his
Y'all
justification on
put a
this.
question mark on it and bring him
Put a
in.
question mark or let him come in and, yeah, for all that they're asking, we could just have him come in and go over it, because again, I'm not exactly 100% on exactly what we're looking at.
All right, we'll do that on this, the next workshop.
You don't want to do this rest of this list when
We-
we have our next meeting?
We can, let's see.
We chop it off here, that.
Actually, if we're gonna do we're almost done, pretty much, don't you think, except for the probate funds and then, we can do the rest, we can quit
We have
it.
timelines too, so like next meeting will be it. We'll have decisions.
Unless y'all wanna have another one ahead of time.
You mean just have a workshop meeting?
Hmm?
When do you need to wind your deal? It's easy if we do it on a court date, but we're all here, you know, we know we're gonna be here.
See, by August 15th, it has to be, the proposed has to be filed. So, if we do next quarter, that'll be,
We cut it short.
I think.
What about next Monday? Does anybody have anything going on next Monday? What is the date?
21st?
Would that work for you, Sean? Next Monday? We'll have a meeting, what, 9 o'clock? How does that sound to y'all? And we'll go over the rest of it.
I've got a guardianship at 10.
You wanna do it in the afternoon?
That guardianship, that may be a little time consuming. Y'all want to do it at 1?
Do it Tuesday?
We can, but then we gotta know on the 28th, everything. So I can get some stuff done for the next quarter. Well, that's,
No.
22nd, I'm gonna be out. Kim, her doctor.
We'll always pay, we'll still pay you tomorrow and Wednesday. Try to do it Thursday.
The 17th?
like this Thursday?
know.
You wanna check your schedule, and get back with us?
I'm looking at it right
Be
now.
out by noon.
Says we had that motorcycle ride meeting
Y'all just want to stop for the day, or
Y'all want to just, are y'all able to
stop
come,
and then come back?
come back this evening, go eat dinner and then come back?
Yeah, that works.
Resume.
At least get most of it.
I don't think we'll have even that much.
We got the bid opening today at 2.
Oh, the bid opening at 2, well, we still, we can,
Y'all can all meet.
we'll all be here at 2.
Or, yeah, 2 to 2.
2 o'clock? Is that all right with you? You can do it?
Y'all want to come back at
Come back at 1.
1?
Come back at 1.
1:30. I'll give you that.
1:15.
Y'all want to come back
Saying 2 is
at 1, and then we'll see what we get through, is what she's saying.
Then you can recess it for the bid opening and then go back and
Or they can stay here and they can all.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Somebody can order a pizza, we just stay here.
That's true.
Can we leave our stuff here?
Sure can, you can leave your stuff right there.
What do you, I mean, with John at 1 o'clock.
Recess.
Huh? Yeah, I got a deal at 1.
2 weeks from now, on Monday.
28.
2 o'clock?
I mean, we can wait for 2
What's
weeks,
tomorrow?
but
Who's not gonna be here tomorrow?
I'll be here tomorrow.
I won't be here tomorrow, we're gonna be paid.
We just have to be pretty sure what y'all want to do on it.
And then Wednesday, you're still paving.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
You're gone Thursday.
yeah. When,
If we do it next,
Next Monday.
meeting, we do it at the next meeting, it's no one.
well, yeah, we're going to, yeah.
Because after that meeting, when do we
Yeah,
have to?
change it if y'all are gonna give raises or something, I'll have, that's a lot of work.
We can do it.
I mean, unless y'all want me to already look at some raises, I can start.
2 o'clock? Will we come back 2 o'clock today?
Well, you've got a 1 o'clock meeting, or what do you have, 1 or 2 o'clock?
I got a 1 o'clock meeting.
How long you think that's, when you talk about back to long?
I
What
don't
time is your
know.
meeting? Amy, be done by 2? Okay. Then we just come back at 2.
All right.
Y'all don't move anything, just leave it all right there.
Don't let anybody get it.
Jimmy go miss lunch and he gonna stay here at the door.
Jimmy, the door, does he have the
Make sure it don't catch on fire.
Does he have one bullet?
Hey, leave your book here, I'm gonna draw on it.
Hey, draw on your face.
What's wrong with
Draw on your face. No.
Stick figure.
Hey, it's a big, I'll make it 2 words. N-O.
I wasted a half a day, Doc.
So we're gonna adjourn, be back here at 2 p.m. We'll restart.